What is going on, or what is crack-a-lackin'? We are.
Wow. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your
They're
lane.
eating. We're starting off early. We're supposed to start this off well. Welcome back to DraftBros. We are going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff today, and we found out that we can simul stream. So welcome across all channels today. Twitter and YouTube, and also you guys can check out DraftBros, which is live streaming this as well. So I'll let you say hi to people before you start munching down on whatever the hell you're eating.
I'm sorry. I got to fit dinner into this busy schedule. What's crack-a-lackin'? We got our boy Alex. We got Bro Schmo. And we're here to talk a little draft buzz, little draft talk. Maybe go through some scenarios and whatnot. What could happen during the draft. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I hope you are too. And if you are, hit that thumbs up, please and thank you. It's much appreciated. Much obliged. If you're on DraftBros, go ahead, hit that subscribe. I guarantee it's well worth it. I hope you're a smoker because you're going to need a cigarette after. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe vape. I don't know. Oh, you got any Zen guys out there?
Yeah, I was like, all right. Well, I mean, shoot. We're starting off early today. So welcome to all y'all. Yes, again, make sure to subscribe to Draft Bros. This is essentially, we are the Draft Bros. And there is an actual YouTube show that is called Draft Bros. That's going to be kicking off post-draft season, where we actually get to dump a lot of the video ideas that, we might not feel comfortable testing out on our own algorithms, but we still want to do. So that's very unique content that you cannot just get by hanging out with us on our own shows. So feel free to go check those out. Of course, Schmo just dropped a vid with Bengal. We love that.
Yeah, I did.
We just dropped a video on our show with Brett Coleman. We love that as well. So feel free to go check those out. Show some support. Hey, both those guys have 400 plus. Those are both
I know. I would love Brett Coleman. I
would love Bengal. We both get what we want.
Yo, sneak in Bengals DMs. I don't know if they're open.
They're not open. But that's not a conversation we need to start off on.
Well, Brent's are. It's just, I'm sure I go straight to spam.
I feel that. I mean, you know I feel that. But we are here. We are back. Today, we're going to be doing a mock draft as well. Spoiler alert. Because what the hell else are we going to do? It is a happy Friday. So happy end of the week to y'all as well. I work a job that strains me and puts me in for a couple extra hours a day so I can have every other Friday off. So that's why we can do live streams every Friday.
So I don't want to overstep, but so why don't we start off by talking about some of the stuff that's gone down in the NFL?
I think you overstepped.
I wasn't much of a dancer, so
okay.
But dude, Stephon Diggs has happened. Rashee Rice unfortunately happened. Derrick Brown got money. I mean, there's stuff going on. Mike Dana returned to the Chiefs. Kyle Van Noy returned to the Ravens. Love is in the air. Springtime is almost here, I think. Maybe it already is officially.
It is. Okay. Because I think Easter is the first weekend after the spring solstice. It's apparently why it's like the same time every year, but not the same week. I don't know. Something about that. Regardless. Let's start talking about that Stephon Diggs, because I feel like that's the most controversial out of everything that's happened. What were the trade details? A next year second for Diggs, a this year 4, and I think a next year 6th.
Yeah, something like that. I'll pull it up while you talk about how good or bad of a deal it was.
I honestly think it was kind of mediocre for both sides. I mean, essentially.
What? Okay, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, it is very contingent on how Minnesota is next year, because if Minnesota's ass, Buffalo essentially gets almost a first-round pick, even though they had to give up a little bit, but they still got that for, getting rid of a player who's relatively a cancer. But, the Texans are super loaded. The Texans are super loaded with talent. I just don't really think Stephon Diggs is necessarily in his prime shape. And the fact they only keep him for 1 year, if I'm not mistaken, I saw someone say that based on the technicalities, he's not going to be there long enough for him to end up being a player who garners a compensatory pick. So
it should be a 5th round.
they said that there wouldn't be any because of the term limit, which is weird.
I think it's a 5th round after like the contract, after like I guess what do they call it, racing like the final years of his contract or the extra years of his contract.
Yeah.
Something to do with like the veteran minimum, whatever. So it's
Right.
a 5th round.
Right.
From what I hear. Again, who knows? But I like the addition. It's a cheap addition for CJ Stroud. It's a really good player, even if he's not in his prime anymore. You're adding to a pretty young wide receiver core. You're just adding another weapon. You're making things easier on your quarterback.
I mean,
even if it's a 1-year rental. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's well worth the 2nd rounder you got from the Vikings.
Yeah. I mean,
year.
I think that when you look at the totality of basically just moving back from 23 to 42, and you just essentially get Stephon Diggs and a 4th round pick and then a 6th round pick, not a bad deal at all. So I call that a win for the Texans. I don't think it's as crazy as I thought it was, because it was like originally like, oh shit, the Texans still get to have multiple years of Stephon. It's like you have to ring chase to make it worth it, or else you did lose a 2nd round pick to not end up with an outcome that a 1-year rental suggests that you want.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's well worth the 2nd rounder. Like, I think Stephon Diggs is well worth that 2nd round value. Just based on not a lot of these 7th or 2nd rounders hit a lot of the times. So you're getting a proven commodity, even when he was on the down low, or you saw regression during the second half, part of the season for the Bills during the playoff run. It's still someone who's going to come in at least for 1 year. And even if he is a headache, cool, you don't have to deal with him after that year.
Yep.
And the Bills, they eat the money now, but I think it's much better after that. I think kind of like screws them right now, but kind of is what it is. We've seen teams kind of like cut tie, like Antonio Brown. Raiders were just like, oh, well, F this.
Right.
You're not going to play one game for us.
That was a crazy time, man.
Dude,
I mean,
Antonio Brown was a crazy time.
He got the frostbite on his foot because he went to something in like some cryogenic thing for his foot and just froze it off. And then he just started calling out like Al Davis or something, just going crazy. Or it wasn't Al Davis. It was it Mayock that he was going after? It was crazy. But we do actually, by the way, you can see this as well. If you click the comments button, usually private chats, what's like been able to help us before, but we actually get to see all of the comments across all the shows and Twitter. So welcome to our friends on X. So got lots of stuff there in case you want to take a peek at that. But we got plenty of dudes who have been joining to show their support. We do love you and appreciate you.
Yeah. Final word on this, I would say everyone's a winner, I think, in that trade. Even Diggs. Diggs, you get a 1 year, prove that you could get another big contract after. Not necessarily long, but at least in terms of money, big.
You think that he'd actually earn it, though? I mean, the value of a 31-year-old wide receiver.
How old is Mike Evans right now?
I think he just hit in his 30 range.
Yeah, I feel like he did just get.
Yeah, but I think he got a premium deal from.
Well, he's gonna be 31 in August.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, I think Diggs could get us close to what Evans got if he performs well, which he should in this offense. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. I mean, the fact they paid him.
I feel like there's still a chance they go running back into like day 3 somewhere.
I mean, that it makes sense. RIP to Dameon Pierce, by the way. I don't know what actually happened to Dameon, because he was hot like early on. Like he
started out slow. I think he got banged up, and then he got outperformed by Devin Singletary.
Devin's over in New York now, right?
He is.
What do you think about that New York running back situation? They might be sneaky for first running back off the board.
They could.
I don't think they should. Let me clarify that.
I mean, if they're trying to help Daniel Jones, I really think this is his last hoorah. It's like remember the Alamo. Remember Daniel Jones.
Remember the Daniel
It's his
Jones.
last stand. Because God forbid, dude, there ain't no way that stinking Dayball will survive if like, oh no, Daniel Jones is our guy going forward. He's fine. No, it's like, honestly, I think the plan should be we got to somehow acquire a quarterback in 2025. I would have been doing it this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But if wishes were fishes, then New York would be an ocean.
Damn. Who said that? By the way, you have a couple people saying what's up.
What up, bro?
Dude, we got some love on X right now. Follow us over there if you guys have not already. We go at each other quite a bit. We actually don't. We don't ever really engage in Twitter firestorms. We don't go at each other.
Not towards each other.
Yeah, I know. But like,
I mean, we can be douchebags every now and then, but I mean, real recognize real. We know what we are.
We know what we are, baby. By the way, so my boy Cole Snipes is talking about he's adding you, but he's saying the Giants should take Dylan Laube. Is that how you say it, Laube? Lube?
I think it's Lobby.
Lobby?
Yeah.
I like Lube a little better. But
Lube?
Yeah, Dylan Lube, the Lube himself. By the way, shout out to Blue Chew, future sponsor of all of our show. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Blue Chew, Manscaped, like Manscaped's an easy one. We could acquire that in a heartbeat. Blue Chew would be a little bit harder to get on there.
I see what you did there, harder.
I'm telling you, like, harder.
Yeah. So Rashee Rice, do you think? What do you think the suspension is going to look like?
I mean, the fact is, his lawyer's ass.
I know. I saw you retweet that. I was like, "Ain't no way he said that."
I mean, I deadass almost texted him that your lawyer is ass. Of course, he did not respond to my text message.
Of course, no.
But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I feel like pick 32, or if they trade up, it was always going to be a receiver, even with or without this.
I think with or without Raw.
This kind of cements it a little bit more.
Let's see. I mean, with Raw having shit representation, just to be blunt, we also got a nice super chat going. We'll talk about that in just a second. But with poor representation, essentially admission of guilt as well. And then dudes literally virtue signal calling and just saying
somebody froze.
That was you. You look like you froze on mine.
That wasn't me.
I mean, okay. Smooth. Yeah, you're the one who's freezing, my friend. Yeah, you're the one who's jumping around. You're getting like good and bad at the same time. Because I'm watching my streams. So
am I.
You'll be. Oh. Maybe we're just.
Oh, I am jumping around.
Yeah, it's the fucking
you're
food.
Right.
It's the food.
I
have two streams going on at the same time on DraftBros as well as Hail Mary Sports, and then like
that's wild.
Yeah, but guys, make sure to go and subscribe to DraftBros if you guys have not already. It is its own YouTube show, even though we are known as the DraftBros. It is its own thing.
You're crashing my internet, dude. You're crashing my internet.
I am. It's because we have like 8 streams going on at once. But basically, I think Raw, I mean, the fact that he did hit and run, and then there's going to be some type of investigation over the fact that they said there might have been firearms in the car. Like, I mean, to be fair, Texas doesn't have a registry, so you don't really need to have them registered to you, but it's kind of sus. I mean, the NFL is not going to like that regardless, so it might actually impact in terms of suspension. I'd probably say a 6-game suspension. There's a chance that the fact that he did admit that he did a hit and run, and I actually drove past where he did a hit and run earlier today, which was very entertaining because it's on my way to the gym. But it's like, That's not very good light. It is wild because obviously he was one of the more prolific wide receivers for his age. I mean, he's one of the best rookie wide receivers, not the best last year. So it's crazy, but it's a bad look for the organization. Someone who did a hit and run might have had weapons in the car, being an idiot. You know, it is what it is, man. But we do have that super chat. So, hey, what's up, guys? What do you think that... Jesus Christ. Hey, what's up, guys? What do you think the Colts will do at 15? Hoping for a wide receiver, but won't be surprised if Ballard goes defense. Love your content. Thank you so much, Mr. Unboxing Mania. So, do you want to lead this off?
Yeah, I feel like you could be in a good spot to get a corner, Arnold, Mitchell.
Right.
It just feels really good, right? Because you need more cornerback depth. It's the most volatile position on the defense. So it's nice to have depth, competition, talent.
Yep.
Currently, your cornerback twos are Jalen Jones, which, hey, man, for his draft position, not half bad, right? Not half bad last year. And then you have Dallas Flowers, I think, is the other guy. So you're probably like, you know what? Yeah, maybe we need to bring in more guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to bring in more talent there. So I like the idea of corner. I don't think tight end or receivers out of the question.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just say pass catcher, honestly.
That's
I think
right.
that would work.
Okay. So you're not going to say pass rusher is in the equation.
I mean, what?
Ballard loves
Woody Pay and Deo Odeyimbo is in the last years of their deal.
Yeah. I think, Deo's in his last year. Quiddy in a couple months, they have to decide on that 5th year, which I assume they're going to decide against it because that's expensive as hell.
For Quiddy.
Yeah. That's expensive as hell for Quiddy because I think he got over 7 sacks last year, but so did a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah, like his pressure ain't all that.
No.
Like, honestly, in all honesty, it's like they could, but at that point, you're playing for the future. I still think corner. Like, for me, it's corner.
Well, it depends on who's there. That's the easiest question, which we will find out with our mock draft later, by the way. So stay tuned for that. We do love y'all for it.
So, fun fact. Derek Brown, 4 years, was it 96 million?
Okay. Yep. I think it was 496.
Worth it?
Yes. One of the more underrated players in the NFL. I'm going to back up Marcus Whitman on that. I think that he's just been super reliable, super consistent, under the radar. You know, you're paying in 2 years, that's going to be cheap for a top end defensive interior. I think it's worth it. What about you?
I mean, okay. I'm going to go take a quick look at current defensive tackle contract. So Spot Rack, here I come.
Shout out to Cole Snipes. He's been going off in the X live streams. Broshmo's lagging like I'm playing Black Ops at 3 a.m.
Dude, I ain't lagging anymore, bro.
Well, this was back at 8:17 my time, which was 4 minutes ago. So you're all right.
Well, I can't go back 4 minutes and undo what happened. All right.
Shout out to Chris saying, "What's up? Found us on X." To be completely honest, guys, we love you. We also can't see which stream you're going for. So adding us is a great idea. But we're still going to respond to every comment as if it were on our own show.
Of course.
Oh, we got, I think, at Broshmo's super chat doesn't give me enough room to type. How do I donate for you to read my full question? You can just put your full question here and then do a quick super chat. I'll keep an eye out for it, Brandon.
What is it? 160 characters, right?
I don't know.
How freaking long's your question, Brandon?
Brandon's going, I mean, hell. Feel free to donate to the DraftBros. Then
right. All right, so this puts Derek Brown in like Quinnen Williams and
I'm pulling this up while we're talking.
Jeffrey Simmons territory in terms of a contract.
I think that's fine. That's respectable.
That's fine. I think I'd rather it be. Wish they had years on these. This is over the cap. That's why.
Dude, I gotta make sure that okay, it's on mute. Good. But you're not a Star Wars guy, right?
I mean, I've watched them, but I'm not like,
Yeah,
may
dude.
the force be
Okay.
with you.
I'm looking at, so apparently Marcus dropped a top 50. That's why I'm like looking it up right now. I have not seen it.
Oh, wait, why are we talking about Star Wars though?
Oh, because it popped up as one of the recommended videos was a where is this top 50 by the way?
It's on his Twitter.
Oh. Okay, I was looking on YouTube. Dude,
Yeah.
there was this Hans Zimmer. Okay, shout out to Brandon by the way. So
Yes. I don't
do your bell, do your bell. Question asked. Where's Brandon Brass then? I can't see it.
I did a mock draft with the Falcons, taking Turner in the first and TJ Tampa in the second. Do you think that
Oh, there it is.
would completely change the Falcons defense?
There we go.
First off, there ain't no way that you couldn't have put that in a super chat. Like, that looks like more than enough characters.
Yep.
But then again, what do I know? Turner and Tampa, it could be. I mean, you're kind of hoping to hit on one of those guys. If you hit on both, that's great. TJ
Yeah.
Tampa's, I think, kind of a good fit for Raheem Morris. Get him in off coverage.
Yeah.
Because he's not exactly the speediest guy, but he's more quick than fast. Quick feet, great length.
Ooh. Sorry. I just saw 50 on his board.
Yeah, it doesn't take positional value into play.
Right. I mean, that's understandable. It's just saying who's the best. Do you want to go over this right now together?
His?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it up on our little thingy majigger here. Let's see. Marcus.
Out of it.
Big, obviously, Marcus came on the show recently, so hopefully Marcus is fine with this. If he's not, then we apologize sincerely. Talk to our lawyers.
Yeah. While you
It's
pull
gonna be
this
better
up,
than Rashi Rice.
I'm gonna answer a question from AI Glock.
Right.
Like, why do you like Drake May so much? Because arm talent is keen. If you're gonna take a shot on quarterback, I would take the shot on arm talent. Because I mean, essentially, you go back to like quarterback classes, and it's kind of a crapshoot. You go back to Trevor Lawrence's class, 5 quarterbacks drafted in the top 15. Right now, only one's really looking like he could be the guy. With the jury currently out on Fields.
Right.
So if quarterback's a crapshoot anyway, when it comes to the first round, give me the guy with the arm talent.
I respect that. By the way, shout out to KB. Love you too, bro. Have a good one. Good luck at the casino. Remember, 99% of gamblers quit before they hit big. Sexiest mock drafters I've ever seen. I love Shine. Thanks, man. So let's go over this.
You know who my favorite band is?
What? By the way, Colton.
Shine Down.
Really?
I love Shine Down. Seen them live a couple of times, and they were never the lead act. They were always not opening acts, but one of the
one of the
one of the prior bands. And they always outperform whoever's.
Okay.
I think I went to like Avenged Sevenfold was like the main act, and I was like, oh
yeah,
Shine Down was better. Alice in Chains was actually killer too. But like, and I got to Avenged Sevenfold, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm full. I'm like half chub.
Half chub?
Half chub.
The hell? Oh man. Okay. So let's go over this. You have your own board too, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm still pushing out my prospect rankings.
Yeah. Like once we actually have ours like relatively official, I think that
I mean, mine's kind of official, but
mine is kind of too. But I also am not in the mood to fight and try to find a way to put all these next to each other.
Oh no.
Midstream,
we could just be like,
sure. Well, I mean, we're also talking about it. So
I don't know. I love his top 7.
Let's see. Hold on. I gotta go back to the question that was asked to see if I've seen it, because I like being able to make sure that people who are scrolling through this after the fact, so feel free to do that, know what the hell we're talking about.
I must love Joe Milton. No, arm talent just isn't arm strength.
There
man.
we go. Shout out to Cole. All right, so he has the wide receivers at 1 and 2. I respect that because he says that Marvin and Malik are like on the tier. By the way, Marcus, stop selecting this in damn Excel, man. What the hell? Like, get the freaking green box out of there. So unique.
I didn't notice that until.
Yeah, I mean, I work with Excel every day, so it's like the little things like that just
Google
gets me.
spreadsheet.
Oh, okay,
So,
we both. You're welcome to that, by the way.
Excel Lite.
True.
Yeah, you actually, honestly, you were a big advocate for like, okay, I should start doing this in freaking in a spreadsheet. Why am I doing it in a Word document? That's just silly.
Yes. I mean, I was just like, dude, it's an easy way to share it as well. And it's a great way to collab. So Marvin at 1, Malik at 2. It's understandable. I mean, I think that's perfectly fine. Caleb at 3. Again, it's understandable. You're talking about players who are genuinely really freaking talented. And that's okay. Brock Bowers at 4. I got to do my full re-eval on Brock, but Brock was in the generational tier for me. So I have Brock and Caleb 1, 2.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty damn good. Joe Alt at 5, a little surprising for me. I think Joe Alt's awesome, but I didn't see Olu was only at 8. I was like, I thought there was going to be a bigger gap between him and Olu. But that's fine. I mean,
honestly,
obviously,
my gap between him and my OT2 is bigger than that.
Oh yeah. Well, of course it is. You hate Olu Fashanu. That's why.
I don't. He's not far away from this.
You hate him. Just
pretty sure I have 5 or 6 tackles in my top 20.
I can see that.
Show love to the Hog Mollies.
So Trey Benson at 11. Obviously, we all know that he is a major advocate of Trey Benson. Again, this does not take into account positional ranking. I mean, you and I have both been a big fan of Trey this whole time. I'm just less vocal about it.
It kills me. I came into the year being like, oh, he could be like a back end of the first round guy. And then this past season, it was all right. It just wasn't 2022.
Yes.
And I still figured it like I had him top 50, and I thought I was the only one that was going to be like that. But hey, man, when you love somebody, there's always someone out there that loves them more.
Right now, if I'm going to do a board similar to Marcus, Trey Benson would be around 15.
Taking out value?
Yeah. Because he's 79.5 grade, which
I don't know, man. To me, his vision sometimes
it's inconsistent.
If I'm going to be really high on a running back, like their vision has to be like.
Well, I'm saying my grade. Like I'm saying, like if I listed all the dudes who I have like grades and just took out the actual.
Yeah, I think I would still have like almost like probably like 12 or 14 receivers ahead of them.
Okay, now you're sounding like a hater.
Hater gonna hate.
Hater's gonna hate. Hater's gonna ain't. But Marius Mims being really high. He and I talked about this a lot. I mean, I think Amarius needs to really work on the quickness of his footwork. I think that his feet are way too heavy. But
I think it's like that in pass protection.
Oh well, yeah.
He is so much. We're talking about pass protection. Yeah, he's such a better athlete on the run than he is in pass protection. So he's a good athlete. He is a guy a break. Athlete. He's inexperienced. 8 starts.
But that's another reason why I'm scared shitless, because if you're taking a running back or a tackle in the first round, unless you're the Philadelphia Eagles, are you going to be able to sit him? Or is he going to become a liability like Evan Neal did when apparently Evan wasn't ready? But we all shanked on that.
Dude, I was talking with freaking Bengal last night about Evan. And I was just like, man, I literally thought he was the safest prospect in that class.
I agree. He was awesome. I think he's my number 1 player in that class. No, Sauce was number 1. He was number 2.
I think I had Hutchinson, number 1.
Yeah. I had Hutch at 3, I think.
Wow, you were low on him.
I know, right? Hated him.
Someone in my comments today, right? He slid in for one of my mock-the-mocks. It was like, oh, wow, bro schmo. What did he say? It was like, bro schmo down on black quarterbacks as usual, and I was like,
huh?
Caleb Williams is my QB1.
Yeah.
My top 3 quarterbacks last year were all black. Malik Willis was my quarterback 1 in 2022, even though I did love some Sam Howell, but I do love me some upside.
Let's not.
And I'm like, what?
Oh.
Yo, I gotta show you my dog. He's half black, bro.
We're cutting that out. That's off the record, everybody.
Gojo.
So I have a couple black beard hairs. You know,
Okay.
You have a lot of black beard hairs, though. Dude, I got some red in my beard too. I got red, blonde,
ginger, no soul. And I don't mean like, no soul. I mean you have like no soul, like R&B.
I am actually acid dancing, so that's 100% right. If you see that, there's no real R&B energy to that.
I ain't gonna lie. I know one dance move and it's super inappropriate.
Is it a hip thrust or something?
No, it's just me standing like a pole, waiting for someone to dance towards me.
What? Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're not from back in my day.
Oh,
girls,
you fucking geezer,
would do something called grind. So you would have to imitate being like a rail, a pole.
It has nothing to do with the time. It has to deal with like the location. My eyes are frying at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me adjust my camera a little further south.
What
do you mean eyes and location? You know what? We should be talking about this dude's board.
Well, I was saying more so the city. Like people still grind all the time.
Oh yeah.
We got these big booty Latinas going crazy. By the way,
I don't need to hear your racial appropriation. Quit looking at me, white man.
Have you seen that interview where I'm forgetting who it was, but it was a UFC fighter. And he's like, you love Harley Davidsons and stuff. What else do you like? He's like, man, I love big booty Latinas. And I'm like, right there, brother. Right there. That's where I got that line from.
This man asked him, what do you like? And he was like, let me go through my search history real quick.
Bro doesn't know about clearing it. Oh man. But no, I'm saying that people generally what happened to football. That's a different RP. Welcome to DraftBros. So, but no, there's plenty of people who are still doing that twerk shit. So you're all right. The grind is still out there. You just have to go to the right areas for it. Anywho, back to the board.
I'm married.
RIP to Drake May's spelling.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times where they just leave off the E.
Marcus and his spelling mistakes are like, that's just something that's amazing.
I can't say crap, dude. You've heard me pronounce words.
It's just funny because he always mistypes like one thing every very important video, and I love it.
See, I'm never gonna call people out for typos or if they mispronounce something because,
dude, I'm gonna call Marcus.
I know
right
who
now.
I am.
I feel like he should come on the show.
I mean, I guess you can. I mean, it's Friday night. I feel like that's kind of rude.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna take this off speakerphone.
All right. Well, while you're on phone, I think one of the surprising ones was how high he was on Grant Barden, or at least how high he is in terms of, again, if you would take positional value out of it. Like Grant Barden's been constantly.
Okay, I'm gonna text him instead. He's taking too long.
Okay. Graham Barden, I've talked about someone I've been consistently moving up. And kind of it's via when I do a mock draft, I'm like, oh, typically it's like Jackson Powers Johnson's off the board and whatnot. And I'm like, I'm here at 26 with Tampa. Man, maybe grabbing a guard center ain't a bad idea, Graham Barden. And then you get up to like,
all right, we'll see.
Packers, the Cowboys, and I got to the point where it's like Dolphins, and I'm like, yeah, Graham Barden kind of is like, because I had him in this top 50 mold, and I'm like, you know what? No, he's a first rounder. Why am I doing
him as a first?
He's a first. He's a first.
I have him as a top 50, but not a first.
I did too. I was young and I was ignorant a week ago.
About a week ago. Oh no, I mean,
That's because that's when I was like re-ranking my stuff for the. I just released my interior, and I was like, "Golly, dude, I think I'd take Grant Barnett ahead of this guy. I think I'd take him ahead of this guy."
well, I
And
mean,
he
positional
just like
versatility should add
slowly,
something. I get that. Positional
yeah,
versatility should.
yeah. But I mean,
Um,
like I was going on my big board. I was like, yeah, I think I'd rather him than like Nate Wiggins or something, which is
yeah,
kind of a wild thing to say, you know. But
yeah.
I said it.
Well, you'd take
Speaking
him.
of which, Nate Wiggins right
Yeah,
there,
Nate
2
Wiggins at
spots
16.
below Graham Barnett.
Yeah, by the way, guys, Marcus ended up releasing a corners video that's an hour long talking about 10 corners. Like, definitely check it out because he actually has different categories that between, you and I, Schmo, we don't even grade corners with certain categories that he does, like route squeeze, etc. So
That's because
really
he
cool.
made up what route squeeze.
He might have. I mean,
no, everyone understands it as separation, right? How
right.
much separation are you letting this guy get?
Well, he's
And
also saying about like when
well,
a
he
wide
talks
receiver
in
does like a curl or some shit, like how much he squeeze like the separation on cuts and stuff.
yeah, and I mean a lot of it's like he's talking about like off coverage or zone coverage. Like,
Yeah.
how are you able to close the distance on that cushion on those shorter routes?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So
It's this we've been talking about. It's not like this new
revelation. You're good.
revolutionary idea.
Oh. Okay. I was trying to help you out and then you just went the other direction.
Yeah, sorry.
See, the thing is, I really love that cornerback video, so feel free to check that out as well.
I bet you do, because he had Andrew Phillips in it, and I thought of you immediately.
I'm just the Andrew Phillips guy. I mean, the funny thing is, like, I was saying, like, oh, my confidence Jair. The first thing he says, he is not Jair. And I'm like, all right, dude. Like, you could have waited like a half minute or a minute in to say something like that.
Did I don't think I gave it Jair.
I did.
Out this class.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's kind of a big comp to give out, you know.
It is, but I mean, I have him top 10, so that's why. But I totally understand. He has great criticism of my own.
No, I was just looking at some of the comps because I write them down and then I forget them.
Right.
And I go back and look at them. I'm like, wow, what?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I don't do comps unless I truly feel like I see something. But yeah, y'all know we'll talk about Andrew Phillips in a little bit. I just want to go down the players that he kind of likes a little bit more, like maybe the guys who stand out. Like Terrion Arnold, I think that's a respectable 17. Like, I'm the one who's crazy about him, not him. Like, it's understandable.
Well, it feels like a general, like, good amount of the draft community is.
Yeah, 20 to 10 range.
Yeah, I got him 20, so.
Yeah. Like, I'm the one who has him 3. I'm a psycho. I get it.
You are a psycho.
Okay, so we'll remove that comment right there just to go through those little last guys, because I feel like Dallas Turner at 15, it's, I feel like it's a little bit more so a reflection of how much that he likes the players above rather than a distaste for Dallas Turner. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone knows who the top 3 edges are, and they're going to be ranked in all different facets.
Except for me, because I have, I have Latu as edge 4. See, I have Marshawn Nealand as my edge 3, but that's not because I dropped.
And I love Nealand.
But
there's always someone out there that loves him more.
It's always like, for some reason, like whenever I don't talk about somebody and then you love them, I secretly just love them more. Like,
man, I really like this guy. I think he can maybe sneak in the first round. Oh, he's 5 on my board.
Yeah. That's literally me. You're like, dude, I think Andrew Phillips, like, not a huge fan of Kentucky guys, but I think he's solid, deep day 3 guy. And I'm like, number 9 on the board. Like, that's the difference between you and me. But I mean, I have the opposite takes as well. So, there's a balance there. I'm just more psychotic. But other players that he loves, anybody who stands out, JPJ, I mean, a lot of us really like Jackson Powers Johnson. He just isn't really loved by the NFL community as much. I'm going to regrade him and then double check whether I actually love him as much as everybody else does, because that's what we do here.
I think he's largely viewed as a late first, early second.
Yeah, but I mean, I think center actually just might be super undervalued by the NFL. I don't know if it's a JPJ thing. I think it might just be a center thing, because NFL quarterbacks naturally understand how to process what the hell's going on and can call their own protection packages. So he does have Jared Verse at 24. That's a little bit of a surprise, but I do know that when he came on, he was talking about how Jared Verse was a little bit too stiff, a little bit too tall in run defense. So it's an understandable criticism of him. And he's not as freaky of an athlete as Dallas Turner. And he's not as fluid as Law 2. And he's had some very minute injury concern in the past. Very, 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 very minute. He's had injuries in the past. That's more of a correct way to say it.
He stubbed his toe once, yes.
Well, he did after hurting his ankle. He did look a little bit like significantly stiffer last year. Not
oh yeah, I mean that's like the ankle effect.
It's what happened.
Get
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Keon Coleman top 32 though. That's pretty cool. I did not expect that. I'm reacting to this for the first time. Have you seen this yet?
Yeah, I already saw it.
Oh, okay. So I haven't seen this yet.
I'm honestly shocked that he has Troy Franklin as high after like hated on him so bad.
Where's Troy?
He's at 47.
47. Oh. Well, are you sure that was him who hated on him so much, or was that me? Because
that was definitely Marcus.
Oh.
I remember watching the video. It was like, I don't see what people see in terms of talking about him as a first rounder. But I mean, he kind of labeled him as a midday too.
Yeah.
And we're close enough to that range.
That's fair. I mean, he has him as a solid 2. We'll talk about that.
He's got Tyke Smith really high. I love Tyke.
I do love Tyke.
I just feel like he's just a slot though. That's it. He has no positional versatility to him.
Well, I mean, slot is very valuable now. There's not that many good slots in the NFL.
It is.
But I mean, he has a round 2 grade on him, which is, I mean, I love that difference in opinion because I think Tyke Smith might be he and Brendan Dorless are 2 of the guys who I think I'm heavily underrating at the moment. But we'll talk about that.
Dorless is tough too because it's like, dude, what are you gonna do in the NFL?
I know, because he's weird. He's a weird prospect to grade. Shout out to Jonah Ellis. Another typo. I love you, Marcus.
To be fair, that's a strange way to have.
It's a weird. It's a weird.
Yeah.
But obviously, like we've been fans of Ellis for a hot minute now. I just think Ellis is a little bit too DPR for my liking. I don't think his run IQ is very solid. He does kind of get stuck in the backfield a little bit, a little confused. Not a fan of that personally, but
I was talking about it in my Edge video. Where I was like, I just remember seeing a rep where he goes up against I think it was the right tackle or left tackle. I can't remember, but they're just holding each other. And I don't know why he stops his pass rush, but he's just chilling there.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if he thinks the quarterback threw the football. I don't know if he thought it was a run play and the ball's already out. He just stopped. And I was like, come again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
there were a couple reps in there that
and I mean you worry about the play strength too, I think.
Right.
Lack thereof.
But Jonah Ellis, I think he's a really solid DPR. Same thing with Chop Robinson. Hate to say it, but for at least the early part of his career, he's a DPR. He can't play against the run. And I don't value DPRs at 29 and 30 on my board. Marcus does. And that's understandable. I mean, you're looking at the upside with Chop Robinson.
I mean, honestly, that's their roles early on, though.
It is. Like, it's what they would play even if they did have solid run defense, is probably a DPR role. And I'm not really a huge fan of I don't think there's that much of a need in the NFL. I'm not that much of a demand or a lack of talent at the pass rushing position to garner that attention anymore. Because we've had so many good edge rushing classes with a lot of guys who are very talented pass rushers. Jaden Daniels at 31. He's been hating on Jaden for a while. So it's like understandable. But I mean, with the first round grade, that is still surprising. I thought Marcus would have been, with his comments, a little bit lower as well. You have anything to say? I've just been going through this line by line, essentially.
Like what Jaden Daniels does with his feet, how precise of a deep ball passer he is. I get the allure.
Yeah.
It's just you kind of worry about, again, how's he gonna operate the middle of the field? The thing is, with Brian Kelly, I don't think he was asking him to, though.
Right.
I don't want to say that he can't.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't being asked to. But also at the same time, you could definitely see him just sometimes just not see a guy open or not see that guy begin to get that separation. Not saying he gets too conservative, he just doesn't see it, and he turns into scramble mode, turns it into Madden. I don't know where. Is he going to be someone that can throw someone open if he has to? Because those windows in the NFL are either going to be like much smaller or non-existent. Can he operate with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's the question you got to ask. It is. Let's see. So looking at other players, Tolly Fuaga at 33. Y'all know how much I love Tolly, but I've come to a little bit of a revelation on Tolly.
He's a guard.
I think. Yeah, I think he's a guard. I think he can play tackle in the NFL. Let me make that straight. I think he can play tackle, and I would say he could start at tackle. I don't think he would be a top half of the NFL starting tackle. I don't think he'd be a top 15 right tackle, but I think he might be a top 5 right guard in the NFL. Just gonna put that out there. He is very similarly graded to Christian Haynes right now. Actually, they have identical grades. So, of course, I'm doing interior offensive line next, so TBD on that. But I think that
I just did mine a couple of days ago.
Feel free to go check that video out, guys. Remember, hit the like button, by the way. It helps out with the algorithm, everybody. So feel free to go and show your love because we love y'all.
Yeah, just the Dave Chappelle Prince No, I think it was Rick James. It's Rick James. Do you watch Chappelle show?
Not enough. I watch like all the YouTube shorts of shit that Chappelle does. So yes and no. Not the long form content.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Let's just move to the next prospect.
Okay. Okay. We got some comments, by the way, that I'm starring for us to go back to. So people, feel free to continue commenting. We're not going to be ignoring you. I am going.
Yeah, before we jump into the mock draft, let's then go through.
Oh yeah. We're going to go back and start talking about these things. Absolutely. So let's continue on. But yeah, Tolly Fuaga to me, I think could be a Hall of Fame guard. I just doubt whether teams could pass up. I just say he's the top 5 guard in the NFL.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sorry. I haven't seen, someone like roll comp in the NFL Hall of Fame guard. Like I've seen like, all pro potential, but Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Dude, I love it, dude. You throw your balls on the table for everyone to see.
I do.
No fear.
And I'm willing to have him get absolutely shellacked. I know I could be castrated for saying some shit, but it is what it is.
Unit.
You know what? It is what it is, man. Regardless, I think that I genuinely believe that his talent translates to guard so damn well. And that's why I think that he, barring injury, would actually be someone who could be in the NFL for 15, 20 years and be a top 5 guard the whole time. That's worthy of being a Hall of Famer. That's why I think that that's what he could be. Also, great dude. Leggett, shout out to Leggett. Best fucking accent on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Junior Colson, linebacker 1. I did not expect that. I love Junior Colson.
I did. I think in terms of body type, he's probably you feel better
he's
about
more
him than you feel better about him than the other 2 guys.
Yeah, he's my linebacker 1 too, but I just didn't expect it. Tyke Smith.
He's my 3 because I'm a sucker for upside.
You're a sucker for speed, so I assume. Are you having Wilson there, barring injury concerns?
No, he too. I took injury into account, and I went with the slightly slower but longer Edrin Cooper.
So wait, who's that 2?
It's Wilson for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see.
But like
Jatavian Sanders,
it's like the top 3 linebackers, and then it's like a big leap to the next linebacker.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're telling me. I need to update my Curtis Jacobs ranking because I have him actually as top 50. I love, or not top 50, excuse me, like top 64. I love Curtis Jacobs.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a sucker for Penn State. So even though I don't go to Penn State, but still we got Michael Penix Jr. at 43. I mean, I don't think that's outlandish taking out quarterback, value. I think that's perfectly fine. I have,
to me, he's top 50 easy.
I mean, I have him
around
50.
Oh, hey, go Joe. Talk about back into the first round, and I'm totally I could get on board with that. I just don't see him up there with like the top 3.
See, he right now is 58 on my board. Mainly because I think he's inconsistent. He's older, injury. So understandable there. Of course, things are subject to change because I'm adding in positional value into my rankings, and my lord, that's a pain in my ass. Anywho, we got Jatavian Sanders at 44. I'm not a big Jatavian guy, but I'm not a big fan of any of the tight ends in this class.
Yeah, he gives off big slot vibes,
right.
Which isn't bad, but it's like I don't know if he could deal with the physicality of the NFL.
Yeah,
8 on the bench, and I mean it's not like he just didn't have a good bench, so he's not strong. It's like you see it show up in the game where he's altered at the catch point by smaller players. You could go back to is it Alan Bowman or no? Who was the Oklahoma safety who didn't declare this year?
I think it was Bowman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bowman. Yeah, Bowman just rocked him in the air and fought over him at the catch point. It's like, dude, you can't. That can't happen. You're the bigger player, bro. Play big.
Yeah. I respect that. I mean, I just don't think Jatavian, he didn't wow me. I was really hoping to be wowed. He's still graded out well for me. He might still end up being a top 64 guy. Let me just make that clear.
He's just outside my top 100.
Oh, really? Where's he at on my board right now? He is 85. So,
not too far.
Not too far away. Jordan Morgan. We've talked about Jordan Morgan, right?
Yeah, quite a
bit. I think he could be an all-pro guard. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl guard.
Not a Hall of Fame, though.
Huh?
Not a Hall of Fame one, though.
I think he has potential to be an all-pro. I think he is a tier
all
below.
Pro, but not Hall of Fame.
Yes. Get off my ass.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did say that Tevin Jenkins could be a Hall of Fame guard early on if he stayed healthy.
Yeah, honestly, he plays hella good when healthy.
God. I was very happy to see that happen. By the way, similar thing with Amarius Mims. I thought Tevin Jenkins when he was coming out, super heavy feet, man. But I think I would never, ever in a billion years put Amarius Mims as a guard. That's why I'm worried about Amarius. I think that he has the build of someone who needs to be a tackle, but he has the play style of someone who I wish could be a guard. Just have that versatility, man. Mm-hmm. So, anywho, finishing this off, Zach Zinter. I mean, I'm sure that he took out the fractured leg out of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the plus sign, I believe, is the red plus sign is an injury concern.
Right. Well, I know that he has it factored into the player name.
The actual evaluation. Yeah, this is just, I think this pulls out positional value. This pulls out.
Yeah. This is just how good is the player. Yeah. How good is somebody? Troy Franklin, where do you have him on your board?
He's in the 60s.
Okay. Where do I have him?
I think he's probably in the 55, 65 range.
Right. Where is he on mine?
It's just because I go through it and man, I really like this receiver. I really like this receiver. Dude, I'm pushing 79. I'm pushing so many receivers up the board right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, he might get that push when I come around to my wide receiver rankings.
Well, I think that, I have him at 79 on my board. I really did not like the fact that he had a god-awful 10-second split. And then his...
Let's hear it. I know what you're going to say. Say it.
His atrocious gauntlet drill. That was a disgrace to the combine. So, not a fan of that at all. You have to show some form of respect for the process. And I'm really just saying, he just didn't care. But regardless, is what it is. You got Michael Hall Jr., who's an absolute beast. He adding in essentially 20 pounds and still being Braden Fiske athletic.
And he's up to 300, ain't he?
He has 298. That is wild. I wrote him off because he's 280, right? 300 and still proving that he's athletic at that size. 33.5-inch arms, great get off. I struggle not putting Michael Hall above 48 on my board. And he just slips my mind whenever I do mock drafts, if I'm going to be honest, which we're going to be doing soon.
He's a hard fit.
Yeah. Where do you have Andrew much lower on your board, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
I really like the corner class though. I do struggle with like,
you have
oh,
him
I
as your
like this
corner
guy.
20.
I like this corner. Yeah. But to be fair, I think I'm like love 25 of the corners in this class.
Yeah. I mean, I literally think that there might be 20, 25 corners that are draftable. Like, that's awesome. That's hard to find. The NFL needs corners too, so this is incredible. And next year we have some great guys too, like I think his name's Prysock and the Arizona kids.
Guys.
Yeah. Forgetting the other guy's name. Takario Davis.
Yeah.
Monster. And
Yeah,
then you
on
got
top of, like,
obviously
Benjamin
Will
Morris,
Johnson.
Will
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
Johnson, Morrison. Oh my God. Like absolute monsters. So yeah, no, big fan of next year. I think very similar to Edge. We're going to see a drop in value of corner after next year because that top end talent is ridiculous. And then you're going to have most teams at least keeping one of these guys on their roster, which is, obviously a massive need filled. We could have talked about some of the other guys like JC Latham being at 38 on his board. I think we kind of slipped. Well, I'm the one who's announcing all this shit. I slipped up on. What do you think about that?
I don't know. He's like you'll hear that looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. That's kind of him in the run game. Like he looks like this massive imposing force, but then it's like, where you at? Where's that big beefy mauler you look like you are?
Yeah, I know. He sometimes plays soft, which is interesting, but I actually thought that his overall run support was far superior than what I first thought. Like he
was so much improved this year.
This year was awesome. Last year I almost put him as like a UDFA because he just had absolutely awful motor concerns in my opinion. Dude just gave up like a mofo. But yeah, he actually ended up beating up Tali Fuwaga in run blocking grade and technically pass blocking grade. So as a blocker, I think he's better as a tackle. But by 0.5 points each. So
yeah.
Very, very minute.
Honestly, when I first looked at this, the biggest shock to me came at 50.
That was what made me want to do this segment. Saving the best for last. Braylon Allen. I don't like Braylon Allen.
I have him. He's in my top 10 running backs. So, I don't hate him. I have
to update my running back, so we'll see. TBD.
I get it. He's young.
Yeah.
He's big. Big, strong boy. Dude, from fumbles to like lack of burst and speed.
Yeah.
For a bigger guy, like you like the shiftiness and like the quick feet, but it's like when you combine that with indecisiveness as a power back that doesn't have burst, it's like, what the hell are you doing for me then?
Yeah. I mean,
he took a step back as a pass protector this year.
He technically is RB10 for me. Okay. But that's before factoring in other running backs. Because I still have like blank grades on a couple dudes that I think will be above him.
Yeah. On a side note, that like there's this because I'm right now at the period where like I've watched my tape.
Yeah.
Kind of settling on these guys, but I'm coming across pro days where I'm like, hey man, I could fit this in if I could find some tape on them. There's this running back out of Alcorn State.
Okay.
Jarvion Howard.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Analytics ain't half bad. Tested numbers ain't half bad. I'm kind of intrigued. So.
I'm right now going through all the comments and like trying to star them before our mock draft. We've already been live for about an hour. 300 people watching at the moment across all of these beautiful sites. Remember, hit the thumbs up button. Show some love. We love you guys. And then, feel free to go over. Join the DraftBros YouTube channel. There is an actual DraftBros YouTube channel. I don't know why I do not have our brand logo popping up right there, but now it's in the top right of the screen. Beautiful. It's covering up Marcus. So sorry, Marcus, but StreamYard.
I mean, not quite.
It's a little bit. It's okay. There's all of his names underneath that. So feel free to go follow Marcus on Twitter as well, even though we are like scrutinizing his board. It's all out of love because we have a lot of respect for Marcus. Great dude as well. But
so before we dip into this mock draft,
yeah, we got all these comments to go.
Yeah, let's get these comments out of the way real quick.
By the way I do it, just like so people can hear, but also you. If you go into comments and you just click show, it ends up popping their thing up right there. That's what I keep doing. So that's why.
Oh yeah. I know.
That's why
I'm not logged into our StreamYard, so this is all on you, bud.
Oh, well, why not? You're in the StreamYard. You can do this.
I'm in the StreamYard. I'm not logged in.
Oh,
because we found out like right before we actually went live, and
that we could do that. Yeah. Okay. Brandon says, where do we have Chop? Where's Chop on your board?
I think he's like 31. I don't know. Go check out my edge rankings. I literally, it's listed where I have him on my big board at that moment. So I think it's 31.
I think I have Chop at 63 on mine, but that's a DPR. I don't value DPR, so that's why. Okay.
Oh, 32. My bad. He was a part of the Graham Barton got pushed down.
Okay. I actually like this comment right here. Jay Koch ends up saying, Jay Crotch says, how many O linemen go in the first 22 picks? So we got an Eagles fan. He's basically saying, who should we expect at the Eagles? We could end up showing that through a mock draft, or we can kind of guess it right now and then see if our predictions are correct.
I feel like the answer is going to be, with the class so good, it probably gets pushed down the board.
I can maybe see 3 or 4. Like I think it's 3.5 would be the. I would say the 2 tackles, the 2 left tackles, Older and Joe.
I would.
Older's up in there.
I could see 6 offensive linemen before.
Okay, you can see 6 before.
5 tackles, 1 guard/center.
You're talking about Graham
or
JPJ.
JP. Yeah, JPJ.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm saying like realistically, what I can see, like the full range, I would say 2 tackles would be the minimum. Like obviously Joe, and then I think you'd toss in maybe Tolly into there because he could be like really high upside as a guard as well.
Yeah. I think Foxen is going to be gone by then.
Troy easily could be
by then.
Like Troy could be that guy. Like the floor too.
I think. Man, even I think that's. I mean that. I think that's wishful thinking. It's not even dirt floor.
Well,
that's if you.
We're talking about the range.
You wished upon a star and it came true.
Well, yes. Obviously, it's a very low probability, but the NFL draft humbled us. The NFL draft humbles.
Sometimes it does.
Like it humbles us every year. So
I'm gonna say 2 of the most shocking picks that have happened over the last couple of years: Cole Strange, Alex Leatherwood, offensive lineman. Just gonna throw it out there.
I mean, I would say Damon Arnett is in that equation.
Okay, that's just Raiders being bad. Bad Raiders, bad.
I mean, there's some bad teams out there, dude. Cleveland Furl at 4, like the Raiders. The Raiders being the Raiders.
Jonathan Abram.
Yeah, God. But yeah, I think dirt floor is 2. Realistic floor would be 3. Then I would say the ceiling, yeah. So we'll go through it. Alt, Fashanu, Fuaga, Latham, Fautanu.
Yeah, I think like Barton. Latham and Mims might be available there.
Yeah, Barton, and then I think the ceiling is 7. The ceiling is 7 because Mims is in that equation. I mean, you could say ceiling's 8 with Guyton, but man, they would really have to love this class. So,
I mean, that's where people were when Senior Bowl ended, was Guyton.
Yeah, I mean, I love Guyton. Where's Tyler on my board? Tyler is 36.
I like Guyton. He's
awesome.
29.
Oh, for once. Well, of course, I have guys who you have as like corner 20 in the top 10. So it's,
Yeah,
and you hate AD Mitchell
in the top 10.
Huh?
AD Mitchell is actually higher than that. So screw you.
Yeah, you hate AD Mitchell though. You said it yourself.
I hate him, dude.
You hate him.
He takes plays off.
He does take plays off sometimes, but I would too if I couldn't trust Quinn Ewers to throw a ball accurately past 10 yards.
Wow, now we're just throwing shots out there. You start talking bad about Jackson Dart, dude, I'm out.
Well, we have 292 people. That should keep you here. 95 people and only 31 likes. Go to liking the video, y'all. Yes, absolutely do so. It does help out the algorithm. Someone's coming at me. Marshawn Nealon. Oh, just kidding. There's somebody else who called me out. Marshawn Nealon's definitely the biggest sleeper in this draft, and we also have someone talking about Cooper Beebe. So who do you think is the most slept on player in the class?
I would say Beebe, because like
Beebe gets no respect.
Beebe's tape's just not sexy.
Yeah, he gets no respect though.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, it's like car accident, not sexy. It's just like, even sometimes like he has to find action.
Yeah,
because he, like, if you go back to his left tackle tape, he wasn't getting tested. There were times where it's like, oh, 3-man fronts in the Big 12. And he's like, oh, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
It's just not sexy, and he's a good player.
But who's like an actual one though that, you know, because I think everybody likes Cooper Beebe. I don't know if he's actually slept on, because like we all
I can
like
see
him.
Cooper Beebe falling to like day 3.
I think it's possible, but I'm saying like who's somebody who is like your darling, like something that we just can't.
You want to get real deep then?
I'm saying someone in your top 64.
Okay, I was gonna go with someone that I have like in my close to my top 150 that probably won't get drafted.
I mean, to be fair, some people think that some of my guys in the top 64 won't get drafted. So
yeah, well, I'm not that ignorant.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
your
man.
support's appreciated.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, you can fuck yourself.
Let's go. I'll go with Jalen Polk.
Oh, where is he on yours?
He's at 54.
You think that's your draft darling, so to speak? Like you're significantly higher on.
If we're gonna talk about someone that's getting slept on that could even slip out of the top 75, I think it's Polk.
Okay, maybe I should rephrase my question. If you were to look at basically an ADP sheet or like an average position where not draft position, but average ranking, and your board, who in the top 64 would you have significantly higher than everybody else, and who would you have significantly lower than everybody else?
Here, well, you do yours while I crack the numbers.
Okay, so for me, it would have to be 2 of my corners in the top 40. It's Kalen Carson and Jarvis Brownlee. I am an absolute
I like
sucker.
Brownlee.
He's so fucking good. He's Andrew Phillips, but like slightly worse, but probably better in run support. So he's like, you know, he technically could be better in some people's eyes.
He's higher on my board.
Yeah, well, that's not saying much. Kalen Carson to me is probably, I would say, well, I don't think he's the biggest sleeper because Marcus had him as his number 10 corner or number 9.
I'm not gonna lie, it made me look sideways at my evaluation of him because he is a little further down. But again, I love this corner class.
Yeah, I fell in love with Kalen Carson. I think he ended up being like my corner 10. But these are just names that you won't hear on a standard basis. That's why I was asking you.
I mean, see, I would say like Kool-Aid because like everyone craps on freaking Kool-Aid.
But I think
he's
Kool-Aid's
in my top 20.
Yeah, he's a top 32 guy, but that's definitely somebody to bring up.
Okay. You know what? I think I found the name.
Okay.
Mason McCormick.
Oh, you have him in your top 64?
He's in my top 40.
Wow. Okay. Why?
First off,
you have a video out on it. Yeah.
Looked really good at the Shrine. So good.
He did.
Moves so well, plays with that NFL nasty. So it's like, okay, he's mainly played left guard his whole career. He was a team captain there. Yep. And then he goes to the combine and then he tests out like a freaking monster. The length is plus. He doesn't really have a guard or a tackle body, but he's got, I think, like 34.5-inch arms, which tells me if you're in a bind and you need him to moonlight a tackle, he probably could. But I love that positional versatility with him. I love the movement skills. I love that he plays strong. He plays mean. I honestly think he's going to go in the top 64.
Okay.
But again, I have him top 40.
Well, he's getting regraded, so I'll let you know exactly what I think about him. But
Okay, he's got close to 34-inch arms, not 34.5.
he was very fun to watch. Very fun to watch. But this dude has absolutely dog shit form, which I'm hoping has improved.
Oh, dude, his hands are freaking everywhere.
Yeah. And I hate that. That's something for me. I have a specific category for hands in my grading scale because to me that matters a lot. Because obviously NFL edge rushers, interior defensive linemen are skilled enough to abuse somebody who doesn't know how to place their hands properly. But I'm hoping that doesn't really ruin my love for him because he was actually top 10 on my interior offensive lineman starting out the year. So I'm excited to see what happens.
He was too, and he just
kept rising.
Blew me away in terms of the offseason draft process.
He blew you. Blue Chew. Speaking of, future sponsor of the show. It works so well. We need to hit him up.
All right. What do we got here in terms of the comments? Let's get to this mock draft.
We haven't gotten the guys that we were lower on. By the way, I actually need to throw in one more name, Kamal Hayden, corner spot 45.
Yeah, he did just have his pro day recently.
What did he test out at?
Like a week ago.
I'm forgetting.
I'll tell you, he ran a 4.59 40, 34.5 inches in the vert, 122 inches in the broad, 143 in the shuttle. And honestly, his only real bad number was in the 3-cone at 7:15.
He is sliding down my board. I didn't see that. I forgot that.
The minute I said 4.59.
I mean, he's a stiff, heavy press man corner who can probably play off zone. So I think actually he's a snipe target for the Colts if he wants to do like cover 3 and shit. But that hurts. I love him, but that hurts. Okay, let's continue getting to the comments. We got Bears saying that we have the most unhinged draft content this year. And that's why we'll get sponsored by Blue Chew. So we got some loving in the chat of Kamani Vidal.
He's sick.
He is sick. Didn't he have like the highest elusiveness rating, if I'm not mistaken?
He also played in the Sun Belt.
No shit. I mean, we're not talking about him as RB1. Hi, Goj. Goj Coin.
Goj making an appearance.
Making an appearance for Kamani Vidal. Yeah, he had like the highest elusiveness rating again. Yeah, against some bums in the Sun Belt, but at least he performed well versus bums. That means at least
he's good. I think he's got a complete skill set. Like he just missed out on my top 10 running backs.
Okay.
Class is really good. There's gonna be a lot of good day 3 guys.
We got the very strong opinion from Delton Vincent. Verse is an effing bust.
Oh, now you decide to censor yourself.
Well, that's just because somebody else already typed it. So no need to double down on it. Because I'm not as passionate.
To each their own.
To each their own.
I said Kenny Pickett was going to be a bust, but no one listened.
Everybody listened.
Nobody, not my comment section.
Well, who cares about the comments section? We do. We love you guys.
I do.
But again, we can't blame our comment section. They are led astray.
I will hold them accountable for what they say. I'm going to try to do a better job of that. I'm really bad at looking at their crap takes,
dude.
And coming back and being
not for them. Have some love.
I have love. It's called tough love.
That's not tough love.
They come at me when I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what we signed up for. That's why we get paid.
I'm just saying, I got that Mari and Terry killer instinct right now.
You
walk in and now you're like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this stream.
Okay, thoughts on Nehemiah Pritchett?
I honestly, I find myself liking him more than I thought I would.
Yeah, the fact that he's 190, he doesn't look 190.
He doesn't, man. He doesn't.
He looks like he's 170. I'm like, all right, that dude's
yeah, but he moves well. It's like, dude, it's so tough. Like this corner class is so tough. Like it's just so good.
I know. That's why I think I made a top 17 corners video, but it's like he was literally corner 18 for me. He's an awesome player. Like I'm a big fan of him. RIP to the Goach. But yeah, Nehemiah Pritchett's a pretty damn awesome player. Now could Xavier Leggett potentially sneak into the back end of the first? For those
yeehaw.
For those of y'all who don't understand why I just went straight dark Southern, I think, well, you need to listen to his voice. But Xavier Leggett, he definitely should be in that consideration, especially after Buffalo traded their wide receiver 1. He has the potential to be an X build. I'm a little bit more optimistic on Keon Coleman not being a slot. So there you go.
When we get to our mock draft, I got some spiciness for you, bro. Yo, Raiders Nation, wasted talent. What's up, bud?
Oh
sorry, I just saw him hop in the comments. I gotta shout him out.
See, well, wait, are you watching? Oh, you're watching in your own comment section. Can you?
No,
see?
I was looking on our thing.
StreamYard?
I'm just not logged in.
Oh, jerk. Okay, so here's the hate coming at me. Lot 2 at edge 4. What? That's not outlandish.
Oh, that's hate. That's hate.
That's
Someone
not
questioning you.
The hate.
Someone questioning you. Get out of your own echo chamber, Alex.
Absolutely. That's why we do this, baby. Lot 2 at edge 4. Yeah, I already said. I know I'm crazy. I'm actually just not. It's
Who's
not
edge 3rd. Oh, it's Nealon.
It's Nealon. It has nothing to do with Lot 2 specifically. It's more so I really, really, really like Marshawn Nealon because Lot 2 is one spot behind Nealon, so technically could have just been like, oh, he's edge 3, but I'm not going to be a pussy and save 3A, 3B. Pause. But Lot 2 to me has short arms, no lower body power. That scares me. Translated to the NFL, and he's not the best run defender on planet Earth.
Just have him shoot gaps. Like, honestly, that solved the problem in UCLA. He became a really good run defender where they were like, hey, go and get after, just create chaos in the backfield.
I don't think that's very replicable in the NFL as it is in.
You can definitely scheme it, though.
You can, but I think that Marshawn Nealon's a little bit more scheme versatile.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. So that is why we do that. So looking at, all right, call out some other comments because I got into the starred commentary. Brooks has great vision. Okay, so Sloppenheimer.
Dude, I know. I saw that name a few weeks ago. He hopped in and I was like, that is a sick name.
Oh my God. Sloppenheimer asked if Kool-Aid's a safety. I'm going to say absolutely not.
I mean, I would try him at corner before I.
Yeah, I think that he could work at safety because okay, let's talk about the comment that, you know,
if you're playing him at safety, you're probably playing him center field deep.
But what I was going to say is there's Chris Sims, I think, was one who said this, but he said like the Bama corners played zone only because Saban didn't believe in them. I mean, I think that's just called evolving your game. And when you look at their ability in man-to-man coverage, I highly doubt that you could logically say they're not good corners.
I mean, you know what's the fun thing about the NFL? Good defensive coordinators fit their scheme around their players.
That's also true. But, you know, So not just me, lots of guys got Kool-Aid as a safety in the NFL. The Savage Draft Guru. So Big 12 don't play defense. Look at the game under its basketball score. Okay. I think they're talking about. By the way, did you watch the women's NCAA?
I only saw the Iowa LSU game.
Okay.
I mean that's
the game.
That's my level of following like WNBA. I mean, I barely. Well, that's not true. I had money on the tournament, on the men's tournament, so I kind of followed it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Dude, my fans, my beloved family, as I like to say, of Hail Mary Sports, knows my affinity for Paige Buchers or whatever her name is.
Who is that? The UConn chick?
Yeah. She has 1 million followers on Instagram. I'm like, power to you.
I saw her like not a TikTok, like a YouTube short for her in practice or something.
Yeah.
She looks pretty sick. I just don't follow the game like that, so
we'll leave it there. I just saw.
I could literally say this. I have literally watched more women's college basketball than I've watched NBA this year.
I just found it so funny because I commented like one time under a Paige Buchers like hype vid, and somebody said, "I can't believe I caught you being horny on Maine." And I'm like, That's fucking hilarious.
I thought you were gonna say she commented back. I was like, bro, shoot
Oh
the
my
shot.
god.
Shoot the shot.
My lord.
What's the worst shit?
That's Hail Mary sports right there. Throwing a fucking Hail Mary for Paige Buchers.
Most overrated player in the community. Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Okay. So most overrated player we commonly see. To him, it's Malachi Corley. I like Malachi. But he's very role specific. I think if we're gonna say a super dark horse pick in the first round, if Rashee Rice is cut from the Chiefs, Malachi Corley fits that role pretty damn well. Not gonna lie, like that kind of is a Malachi Corley role. It would be definitely like a second or a third round pick. Like, don't get me wrong, but the NFL has ways of being stupid. But most overrated player, I think, is Malik Washington.
Oh, screw you, bro.
Hands down. That guy.
But what?
He's not that good. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. 34 missed tackles just happened by themselves.
Okay. I mean, you're just shitting on Kamani Badal's missed tackles. Like,
no, I was crapping on the Sun Belt. Now you're trying to crap on the ACC. I won't have it. I won't have it. The committee already pulled that crap with Florida State. I'm not going to have you do it here.
I'm pulling up my notes on him. I do not care. Because I honestly was extremely unimpressed. I continue rewatching him, trying to love him. I will be happily proven wrong because I think the amount of love he's getting is batshit crazy. Just putting it out there.
All right. I'm going to read all my cons on him to you right now.
Malik Washington.
Lacks ideal size, primarily played in the slot. He will be a slot in the NFL. Lacks length, but the wingspan's actually pretty good for his size. So accustomed to free releases, he's not playing on the outside in the NFL. His top end speed isn't going to really wow too many people, and he's been caught from behind only to be saved by his contact balance.
So this was my live watching notes. Not really fast. He's able to shed contact, has some good wiggle. Nothing crazy in terms of his route running, but he did have a nice double move. He has zero separation with his speed. He's an acid blocker. The dude got absolutely slaughtered. Zero instincts versus press downfield. Flashes some downfield release technique, but got a little held and did not separate with any form of speed. One nice route, but still does not have the speed to take full advantage. Bro's a yak merchant and mainly runs 3-yard outs and curls.
No, were you talking about Corley or Washington?
Washington.
I know. I was just being that guy.
You're just being a dick. But Corley, I think, is a far superior product. But yeah, dude, the amount of love this guy gets is fucking wild. I know. Like, I'm actually genuinely saying something that the community loves. Like, I'm putting my balls on the table for
yeah.
I knew
you want me to be honest?
Yes.
All right. If we're talking about overhyped, I think in terms of someone you see in the first round, not so much now, but have in the past, I would say Ennis Rakestraw Jr.
See, now you're throwing shade.
Yeah, I guess I am. He just reeks of second round corner to me, not going in the first.
So why did his best game come against Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr.?
Oh wow, why did his best game come with this? He was also hurt most of the year. Lacks ball skills. Played
what do
a
you
lot.
Mean? Hold on. How many games was he hurt this year?
Hold up. Hurt like 4 or 5 games. He only played like 8 games this year.
Hold up.
Yeah, now I'm checking.
Yeah, dude. I think you just straight up spoke out of your ass on that one. I'm coming after you on this one.
He started all 13 last year. Played 9 games. Missed 4 with a groin injury. Oh my!
So the dude's balls hurt. Who cares?
Looked like it when he was running his 40.
Yeah. So he missed, I think, week 7 and week 9 and week 4. But one of those was a bye week. I only think he missed 2 games this year.
You have to include like the bowl game.
Yeah, but a lot of guys didn't play in the bowl game. To be fair, he got absolutely shredded versus Florida. That was his worst game.
Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, Ricky is a beast. I did actually watch that game as well. But I mean, your best performance is versus LSU, and then like Georgia. I thought he did a phenomenal job as well. I mean, that's showing out against legitimately top, like especially for LSU, 2 guys who are absolutely phenomenal players who are top 15 on most people's boards.
Yeah, I mean, I was just really underwhelmed by like this pro day.
Yeah,
as well. Like,
I was surprised. His play
he was
matchup.
billed coming out of high school as like a 4.36 guy, 40-inch vert, a 123 or 124 in the broad. He ends up getting a 120, ran a 4.51.
Well, he ended up running as pro day as in the 4.4s.
Pretty sure the official was 4.51.
That was the combine official. Because I'm pretty sure I saw the official on X. Of course, to be fair, how reliable is that?
Wikipedia say.
Well, what is it? Yeah, what does Wikipedia say? Let's see. Ennis Rakestraw. I was actually very surprised by the fact that he ran that slow, though.
Yeah, I do feel like he's a better athlete, but I honestly think he's going to be someone that has to play off coverage. Just kind of hot because I do think he's got good instincts. He is shut down. There's a reason like Chris Abrams' strain was they were throwing at him and not Rakestraw.
Yeah,
and I mean he brings the physicality. He's pretty darn good in run defense. It's just not a great athlete. Not a lot of ball skills to his name. Sometimes he would get got by double moves.
Yeah,
it's just I'm just not at that, like seeing him at the back end of the first, and I'm just not in love with that.
So okay, so the reported figure for his pro day is 4.44. That's from multiple different people.
Well, Dane Brugler's Beast comes out. Whatever that says, I'll go with.
That's fair. I mean, I don't see anything that says specifically confirmed, like official, but there's multiple different posts talking about 4.44.
Yeah, I saw Audric Esme ran a 4.32.
Okay. See, now you're getting salty. I'm just reporting what I'm seeing here.
And I'm just making stuff up.
Welcome to the draft, everybody. There's a lot of content creators out there like that, but not us until we're on a live stream together.
Like that guy was like, a source close to Will Levis says he is going number one. A source close to Will Levis says he's going number one.
It was literally like, I think that it ended up coming out that it was some dude who was just taking a pee next to Levis in the bathroom.
Something like that.
It was like fucking what? Like what?
Dude, but it caused the betting odds to shift for like 48 hours.
That is insane, man. He was just like, yeah, going number one. Like, by the way, Brandon ended up saying, I know I'm not huge like y'all, but my sweetheart, to be fair, we're both 5'8". So
whoa. Don't height shame me, bro.
What? Let's go friendly fire. But my sweetheart is Karan Amagaji.
Amagaji.
Where do you have Karan on your board?
He's probably like 50s, 60s, maybe.
Where's Karan? Yeah, I have Karan at 67. Yeah. I actually really like him.
He's a developmental. Tackle.
Well, I mean, he tore his quad. That's why I have him that low because
dude, it could have been a lot higher if he partook in the process, if not for
the Senior Bowl. Yeah,
or maybe lower. Who knows? But I mean, I like him, but it's just again, he's a question mark. He's kind of a dart throw.
Yep. Let's see. So we'll see. Running back has great value on day 3. To be fair, we don't know. Huh?
All of them. All of them.
Every single running back. No running backs are taking days 1 and 2. Allen, I assume it's Braylon Allen and Bucky Irving can't hold Brooks and Jock. I don't know about that. But I don't like Braylon Allen. I don't think he can hold Brooks and Jock at all. I think Bucky Irving's getting a little bit of
I don't know if Jonathan Brooks could hold Braylon Allen's Jock, dude. That dude's huge. He's like 6'1".
Blue Chew will help with that. Jonathan Brooks, if you need help.
He would need steroids. He would need to get in the gym.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking about another dude here. I thought he was asking us if we were okay. We got a comp. Brandon Coleman as Anquan Bolden.
Oh, Gojo don't like it.
Shoot,
Gojo don't like that crap.
Damn, that means he's going to the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, if Gojo reacts, that's
Gojo hopes not. You want to know my Keon Coleman comp?
What?
Allen Robinson.
I actually don't mind that. Allen Robinson was a 1,500-yard receiver. Like,
yeah, people forget he used to be good for the Jags.
Yeah, he was really good.
I think he
Okay.
had a couple of solid years too for the Bears.
Yeah, he was like back when the Bears were absolute butt cheeks. It was like he actually was the lone bright spot. Let's see. We got a comment about Latu. Latu can get lost dancing if his initial snatch and swim doesn't win. To be fair, if your first move doesn't work, not many guys are very good at playing with the second move. But good comment, Dana.
Yeah, but I mean, Latu's actually have secondary moves. He actually has hand counters. That's kind of the difference between him and the rest of the class.
Kyle says, why am I not hiring JC Latham? He is my right tackle number 2, my friend. He is number 17 on my board. So technically, he is my tackle 3 because I have Tully listed as an offensive lineman.
Technically, you're higher on him than I am.
Yeah, I like him. So Kyle, I am not against him. You will be seeing that video probably coming out this coming week. So feel free to check that out. So we got Jay Crotch again. If you can play corner, you're athletic enough to play safety. You got to be good in run support. I don't think.
Oh, well, not if you're playing deep. You got to be good at like taking angles, but you don't have to necessarily be good in run support. You're not coming in the box to do anything.
All right, we'll hop into the mock very soon. But thoughts on Rattler as a day 2 pick?
Third round. Like that's. I'm gonna take a shot on him. It's third round. I don't. No. I'm not doing it in the second round. What's up?
Marcus said, "Sorry, I missed this. Shit, that would have been fun. I'll have to watch it." Are you what? Okay. Yeah, Spencer as a day 2 pick, I think is a great idea. Just not as a round 2 pick because that's a premium selection. There's still doubts on Spencer Rattler. I mean, you can put on a face that we've all seen the fact that he had major maturity issues.
I mean, I'm not even worried about that. I'm not.
I mean, the fact that he throws interceptions to like directly to defenders too could be there.
Yeah, he's a big play hunter. He's basically like
egotistical.
He's like 1/10 of Caleb Williams. He's Caleb Williams with probably 1/10 of the upside. That feels wrong.
That's a little rude. Yeah, I'm not even that low on him. I'm like, damn.
I mean, dude, I'm crapping on him, but he's like quarterback 7 for me.
Well, I mean, that's yeah. He grade wise is okay. I haven't actually put him. If I put him as like a fringe, he is going to be quarterback 7 or 8 for me as well.
No, you got Pratt. Don't you tell me. Don't you tell me. I thought you said quarterback rankings. They haven't been tight end rankings.
They haven't been regraded yet. To be fair, like these are not fully up to date, but they actually are up to date. I'm just regrading them again.
Then I was like, I wonder who is it? Oh wait, no, I know who.
Oopsies.
Yeah, let me flip to my tight end rankings real quick.
Oh my god, you're a head ass, dude. Okay.
Yeah. Is that a ball joke?
Malik Washington is great. That's why I said it is a quite hot take. I don't know who the hell pull it.
That's right. Hit the super chat up and then let's go to the mock.
Right, we got a super chat. Shout out to Cole. This live stream is going to last till 3 a.m. Eastern time. Shit. Okay. I hope to God not. Granted, I actually got some form of rest earlier today, so I probably can handle that. That's not going to happen.
Oh, I was going to say that makes one of us.
That's not going to happen. I'll actually.
That's what it's going to be. It's like,
dude, you're head ass. I'm going to have to end up being the one who does the mock draft too.
Look at you, buddy. I'm sorry. We found out all this.
Freeloader. All right, 2 or 3 rounds. 2 or 3 rounds.
Oh my gosh, 2 or 2.
Okay.
I'm
sorry.
3 rounds?
Everybody
be here until 3 a.m.
Just so you know, this is his fault. Okay, yeah, now I have to. This is the one thing I don't. Oh shit! I could end up taking. Oh, okay. So for next time, there's like these different things called brands, and then we could just switch between them. I've just been doing like change the overlay, and then just
manually.
Yeah, I've just been doing this stuff manually, man. I mean, it still works, right? But we ball. It is what it is, bro.
We ball.
Okay. keep. Yeah, but yes, Cole. This will. Hey, what the crap? Okay, there we go. Thank you, PFF.com. Okay, so we'll start the draft. This is going to be a live mock draft, obviously, as you can tell from our analysis of our picks that we are.
Is this what we do, or a little mixture of both?
I think a nice little combination.
Yeah, I like the idea of a
quite nice. That's just called what we should do in our mock drafts, though. Personally,
I like to showcase other people's big boards.
What do you mean?
But I mean, like if what we would do.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair,
we can mix in a little bit more predictive. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think I like a little bit of a hybrid here. But like for the people who do watch my show, I have my board up in every single video. So if you really are that desperate to see my board, you can go see it.
You gotta pay for Bro Schmo.
Absolutely.
If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Well, you know what? I get paid for YouTube ad revenue, and people
sell the milk. You sell the milk. I'm the cow right here, and I'm selling milk. I'm not for sale. My milk's for sale. I don't know if that's a relevant metaphor. I don't know where I'm going with that, but can I please get Can I get the even numbers?
Okay.
Because I've done 2 mock drafts, like with Bengal, and then I did one with JWAC. And I've been odds every time, and
I've been I think evens, or I've been odds every time too in mine, but let's just go for it. I don't care though. I'm happy being odds because you also pick for my team.
I mean, we could do.
No, I just do not care.
AFC, NFC. We could really change it up.
You know, I like that. You want to be AFC or NFC then?
Well, I'll leave that up to you, dude. I came up with the idea. I think I've done enough of the work.
Man, I'm trying to be civil here.
I'm just trying to get this off my chest, dude. I'm just trying to hey. I don't want to pick. Don't make me. All
right. Well, I am going to go after NFC then because I want to see what you do for my team. I also am just very curious, more so for, I feel a little less confident about some of the AFC teams more than some of the NFC teams.
Okay. Before you put in every pick, we could talk about a trade downs where they might.
Yeah.
Let's discuss.
Yeah. No, this is gonna have trades. It's gonna have trades.
Yeah, I just don't want you to have the quick trigger finger.
The hell? I don't have a quick trigger finger. You got to think it out. Goj!
Alex, you're the one that wants Blue Chew so bad. We know about you and your premature problems.
Hey, that is not the case.
I know, dude. I'm wiling out. You know what? It's past my bedtime. I'm on that dad time right now and getting a little sleepy.
For the record, that is not an issue. It's actually not. But anywho, let's get right into this. People are right. This is the most unhinged draft content out there.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, we came out. This is a true Friday night stream.
This is a Friday night stream, dude. But y'all, we'll try to answer some comments. But obviously, if we want to get through the mock draft, the easiest way to get our attention is through the super chat because it lights up literally blue on my screen.
If you're gonna invest in us, then there ain't no way we're not gonna make a comment on that.
Right.
Yeah.
But shout out to KB for having one of the best initial comments, and it's going to be sticking up on the video. Okay.
I will say, just for time's sake, it's tough to get through everybody's chat. So our apologies.
Well, the fact is we have 316 people. If we stream this on one show, it's a lot more palatable because we love y'all. And found out that StreamYard is actually a beast. So if you guys want to do your own shows with people, you can simul stream. It's awesome.
Giving free promotion.
You know what? They put in the work and we're reaping their benefits. We can give them some free promo. Honestly, we should get a code for that so we can make some money off of that too. Anyways, this first pick is not going to be traded. This is going to be Caleb Williams. So get your head out of the gutter on that.
Dude, I would have left this stream immediately.
That would have been insane. I'm obviously not going to do that. I'm not a psychopath. I also have a significant gap between my QB1 and QB2.
I think most people do.
Yeah. and I'm saying significant. I've never had that big of a gap between my QBs in my rankings.
Tell us why number 2 is going to be Jaden Daniels.
I kind of want to trade down, but I'm not going to. It's because I want to trade down, but I have to stick and pick. But we have to keep it realistic here. If you look at the offensive system, if you look at the fact that these people are looking more for that safe selection, you look at new regimes whenever they come in. Most of the time, unless they're genuinely ballsy, they go for something relatively safe. I mean, hell, if we're thinking about going back to someone who got paid today, Derek Brown was a very safe selection. They chose him over Isaiah Simmons, who they eventually got in CJ Henderson by trade. Huh?
Javon Kinlaw.
On Kinlaw. But like usually new organizations either go balls to the wall or go safe. And schematically, Cliff, Jaden works in heaven. Jaden is the safest quarterback, in my opinion, the highest floor. He makes the easy throws. He doesn't process over the field very well, but over the middle of the field, I should say. I think that is workable enough, especially with his athleticism. I'm praying to God that we somehow find a way to get tackles for him. But for the meantime, I am going to be going Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, that's what the rumors are at. And if anything, I feel like that's what we should probably at least experiment early on.
Right. And that's also I obviously make that selection. We're balancing realism here. I'm trying to say, logically speaking, Jaden is my QB too, because I also care about the easy throws, maybe more than I should, but I'm no quarterback guru. So I take other people's opinion a little bit more heavy in account in
that. We got a super chat.
Hey. Oh wait, do it again. It cut out. Your audio doesn't allow it. Oh, it's filtering it out now. That's it. Okay. Well, ding, 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 ding.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Fuaga is Hall of Fame. What does that? Oh, if Fuaga is Hall of Fame, what does that make Quinn? Why am I forgetting his name? I want to say Quinion Mitchell so badly. We're so in draft mode. But Quentin Nelson. Well, I mean, Big Q, if he didn't get hurt, everybody said he was wearing a gold jacket essentially when he got drafted.
He still might. It's not like he's bad right now. It's just
but
he's like an above average.
Right. There's still a chance. I mean, the fact is, early on, he was arguably the best left guard in the NFL. So that's something that is worth giving a little bit of love for. So yes, you're on the board though, my good sir.
So we could talk trade here. I don't think this is where the trade's going to happen, though. Do you concur?
I will secede. I'll allow you to. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's so Drake May. I feel like the ghost of Brian Belichick will be like, Drake May. Honestly, I don't even think JJ McCarthy's out of the question here either.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
if we're going to go with full hype train.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's very similar to Jaden Daniels. A lot of NFL guys and former quarterbacks love the fact that JJ makes the easy throws and Drake doesn't necessarily do that.
So we're going JJ?
It's your pick. We're still blending.
I have a hard time doing that, but I haven't done it yet, so I'm down.
I mean, fair. Okay. Well, that makes me perfectly happy. So JJ McCarthy is the selection for Arizona with Drake May on the board. I'm going to be ballsy too. I'm going to be ballsy.
What's ballsy?
And you know what?
Don't say Malik Neighbors.
No.
Don't say defensive player.
I'm trading with not Vikings. I'm trading with the Giants.
I don't think the Giants want a quarterback.
I don't think they might want one.
They have their quarterback. You know what's funny?
They're literally saying that they're going to try to trade up for JJ. That's why literally people are saying that where the hell are they at? The Minnesota Vikings are trying to trade up to 4 or 3.
And because I think they could outbid the Giants. That's the thing.
They could, but Arizona also therefore would be losing out on getting a superstar weapon.
They're going to lose out anyway, moving to 6.
You saying Malik Neighbors is not a superstar?
In compare, if we're talking Marvin Harrison Jr., then yes, they miss out on that. I mean, cool. Malik Neighbors is an awesome consolation prize, but dude, I don't know, man. I have a hard time. Vikings Vikings are walking away with the quarterback.
They are. But you can also flip the middle finger. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get ballsy here. Like, it is something that is
I feel like
within the
that's
realm
too
of possibility.
ballsy. I feel like we're getting too ballsy. We're getting too out of hand. We're too off the rails.
All right. We'll be boring.
Well,
for the sake of the mock draft, it doesn't matter if I toss in future first capital or not. Like, it's not.
I mean, also, I mean, what if they trade with the Chargers?
Nah, I don't think that would make very much sense for the Chargers, because if they're really trying to fire sale the pick, it doesn't make very much sense.
I feel like it makes a ton of sense for the Chargers. I feel like if anything, the Cardinals have so much draft capital in this class, they'd be looking to move up more than anything. Maybe from
I can see that logic, but think about the Chargers and how they're constructed. You're instantly going to be, if you bring on Marvin Harrison Jr., I think obviously that's a great move. But what is the increase relative to what Malik Neighbors will bring to this team? You already have somebody in Quentin Johnston who you're praying to God.
Well, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying Chargers move down.
Oh, you're saying the Chargers are the ones to move?
Yeah, down. I think because I think this is Jim Harbaugh's first class. They're going to want to give him more ammunition, and I think the Cardinals are probably in a better spot to move up, mainly for that pick 27. I don't think they really should move down here because you could get a blue chipper here, and then you could move up into the first round. I'm just throwing stuff out there, throwing stuff at the wall.
I thought you were saying the Chargers move up. I was like, whoa, no.
Yeah, to get JJ McCarthy.
For the sake of the draft, none of these other picks would actually end up.
So are we gonna do the car?
Yeah,
we're doing the Cardinals.
We're going QB4 straight. And Drake May. We forgot about that. Drake May is the consolation prize. Maybe it takes an extra first. It's not going to affect the mock draft. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Pick number 5. You're on the board. I mean, I do have a potential trade offer on the table.
I would just sit here and take Marvin Harrison Jr.
I have a potential trade offer on the table.
Jim Harbaugh has been seeing Marvin Harrison for the last 2 years.
And has beat his ass every time.
Not his. Ryan Day's.
But listen. I saw this on Brett's Twitter. What if the Bears gave up pick 9 in like the Carolina second next year?
No.
What about 2 seconds next year?
What about first next year?
That's
trying to. Seems
I don't think.
rich.
I think
you're coming up to get Marvin Harrison Jr. You're gonna tell. You're gonna come in. You're gonna come into my organization.
You're gonna get Romo Dunze.
Are we? I don't know. We don't know if all 3 or any of those 3 will already be. It could already be gone by then. Like Tennessee apparently wants to go offense and not line. They talk like that, but we all know what they're gonna do.
All right. I'm gonna trust. I mean, it's your pick. I just wanted to offer.
I know. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I thinking Harbaugh's. He's seen Marvin Harrison beat the crap out of his corners for 2 years. He's going to get sent. If they can't get a trade, then they're at least going to come out with Marvin Harrison Jr.
I think honestly, if we're going to be real here, I believe that he's hyping up JJ McCarthy so that Marvin can somehow slip to him. Like I think he's pretty much.
I think he's hyping up. He's hyping up his boy. That's it.
But
I'm not going to read more into it.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, the payoff if JJ ends up actually going top 5, right? Top 4. Yeah. What?
No, I'm just putting my ones up because we got a super chat.
Oh, okay. We just raise the bell. Yeah, it's not going to make any noise, but I can see it out of the corner of my eye.
Is it really not making noise?
It does. Like it starts to. Yeah, like I can. There we go. Sometimes
I just moved it away from the mic.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but basically it's just pushing JJ McCarthy up so that there's less players that he would draft taken. All right. Shout out super chat. All the Cody crybabies need to acknowledge their tribal chief.
It's wrestling.
Yeah. This is your super chat.
That's right. This is my super chat.
It's like, this is definitely not my super chat. Much love though.
Alex.
That's me.
Acknowledge me. It's wrestling. You make your pick for the Giants.
Dude, I mean, I dead ass wish I understood wrestling, like had enough wrestling lore to partake in these conversations.
I'm going to go watch it after this. So
valid.
That's when I'm going to be eating my sushi to this weekend. Both nights.
Deep down, I still wish that the Giants would be able to go corner.
I wish
not above Malik, but
I wish Drew Lock wasn't their quarterback play this offseason. I wish they were going to be actively trying to get a quarterback.
Well, I know that round 2, we're going to get a corner for this team. Corner's going to be one of the first 2 picks. Spoiler alert. I will go Malik Neighbors because I think going best player available is the smartest thing to do. This team doesn't have.
I'm going to throw something your way.
Okay.
Not a trade.
Roma
Dunze. They go Roma Dunze here.
So I'm actually
a Michael Penix in the second round.
See, I could see that. But if I were to do that, I'm trading down with the Bears so they move up for Malik.
I don't know, man. I think some people have Roma Dunze as wide receiver 2 in this class.
I'm thinking. No.
I just threw that out there.
I was thinking about trading back up with the Cardinals to go Malik Neighbors to essentially just move down 2 spots.
The Cardinals going to do what they did last year, trade down and trade back up.
Yeah, we're going to go Malik Neighbors here. I just don't overcomplicate it.
All right. Well, I'm taking Joel.
Let's just speed this shit up. Okay, at pick number 8 with the Falcons, I have an idea here. I do. This one is a little bit more tame, but it's the same exact idea. I think the Cardinals should move up for Roma Dunze.
I'll do you one better. The Buffalo Bills.
They're not going to do it. That's too expensive. You're having to leverage your entire damn franchise on that.
I mean, this is a team that has a lot of talent.
Okay, so let's think about this through the lens of the Falcons, though.
That was in the playoffs.
That's right. Like, let's think about the lens of it through the Falcons, though. Why would the Falcons want to trade back that far?
More draft capital. More future. It's a new coach. More future draft capital.
But they have. I mean, like, let's look at their future draft capital. Like, they have a full set of picks next year. Sure, it looks better.
Get more. I mean, this is now Raheem Morris's team with a bunch of players that weren't drafted by Raheem Morris.
I mean, but they have, what, 4 top 100 picks, technically 5 top 110 picks this year.
Yeah, this is his first class.
Right.
He gets to just draft everyone he wants.
Who are you drafting at, was that pick 28? Like, who do you think they would want to go after? You're going after a bum-ass edge.
Available, maybe there's Chop will probably be available there.
Come on, dude.
But then they're going to have a first next year. They're going to have
developmental DPR for a team that doesn't have a guy who got over 6.5 sacks.
I'm just throwing that out into the ether. You're trying to crap on it, and I mean,
I'm saying let's think about this logically through the Falcons lens. You're giving up on
logically. Raheem Morris gets to draft his guys,
and he still does here too. I'm going to go
more picks
with Arizona. I am perfect.
Dude, Arizona's not moving back up.
They literally did it last year.
27. Yeah, they did it last year. They might do it for they might go do it with pick 27. I don't think they're gonna. It's not going to be a rinse and repeat. Yes, history's meant to repeat itself, not year after year.
Still can.
I mean, it can. It won't.
Based on the pick value, though, what would this would be approximately?
Why is Atlanta trading back though?
Because you're getting the same player I'd draft here at pick 11.
You're
getting free capital right now.
You're getting a edge. Cool. And you're getting, I don't think it'll be pick 35, will it?
Yeah, I know.
No way.
Like, would do you think it would be pick 66?
Let's take a look at, what was the Lions last year? And we'll kind of go from
the Lions, that was 12-6.
I know it was different, but we could at least, look at it.
It was, I think, 35, 12.
Yeah, they had a pick swap.
35, 12, and then a pick swap in the third.
Okay, so it was.
That's what I was trying to toss in Atlanta.
This not helping me,
but
I'm pretty sure it was more than this. Here we go.
All right.
So it was 12, 34, and 168 for 6 and 81. So a third became a
Draft that.
second for the Lions. So essentially it would be
Okay.
35. I would say 35 and then 79.
1,400 to 1,250. That's a 150 point gap. 150 points.
You're using the Jimmy Johnson thing?
Yeah. 150 points is technically pick 88. I feel like pick 66 would be fine then for that.
Dude, every team has different trade value. That's why trades are so different. This is why I'm pulling from last year's trade. The team that actually did this last year.
Okay, well, let's go to the Rich Hill trade model that values it based on the past 5 years. 406 down to 358. God, I don't want to do that math. What is that, like 58? 58 point differential. 58 point differential is pick number 78. So we're giving him a surplus by giving him a third round pick.
If this is what you want to do, man,
It's what I want to do.
You?
It's
Who
what
am I to stop you? This is your mock draft.
It's on our shows.
This is your mock draft.
We're going Romo Dunze here.
You've literally crapped on both of my trade ideas.
Well, no, I was saying let's think about it logically, though. I just don't see the logic in Atlanta moving back and losing out on who they want versus I can't see a logical.
It's not they're losing out on who they want. We don't even know who they want. We know who they're interested in.
I'm drafting for them.
But it's Raheem Morris, who new coach, new regime, he's probably going to want to instill his guys. How do you do that? Having a grip of draft capital the next 2 years.
Well, that's why I just got a third round pick. I just got another pick and still get to get a guy at the very minimum.
Congratulations, Falcons. You got one pick back. Congratulations.
Do you really think this team is that ass?
No, but it's a new coach.
So tell me,
it's a defensive-minded coach.
Okay, if this team needs draft capital that bad, you must think that it's not good enough to compete. Otherwise, you need playmakers.
Always a positive thing.
You need playmakers.
I think acquiring, say, let's say it would be like 3 extra picks in that is way more valuable than just taking Dallas Turner, Latu, whatever the hell his name is, Verse. I think that's way more valuable having 3 extra picks, with one being a first next year than just one extra third rounder.
But you have to look at who you're getting at 28. You're getting someone who might not even start versus, hey,
what if they want to go in on the receiver class? What if they want to get a speedster or get someone big? Like, it's a really good receiver class. We don't know if they're dead set on edge. Maybe they want a corner. Maybe corners fall. Like, we've seen Cooper DeJean fall a ton in mock drafts. I've seen him in the second round in some cases. Cooper DeJean would be a perfect fit for Raheem Morris's defense. Like, the possibilities could be endless. Good players fall. You got to play the draft. In acquiring more draft capital, getting more rolls of the dice,
this is Dallas.
I feel like it's more valuable than.
Yeah, but more rolls of the dice are great for teams.
Just take Brock Bowers.
More rolls of the dice, just like that, sometimes can work, but it's a team that you need to roll the dice enough and hit enough times. Sure, but you need to hit them now.
This isn't the Jets. You make a different argument, right, for the Jets, who I would say has a better Super Bowl window next year, but a much more shorter one. I don't know. You could actually put them on par with the Falcons. Falcons are probably looking at a 2-year Super Bowl window with Kirk Cousins. That's what they're shooting for. Would you say that's about right? Aaron Rodgers, Jets, they're in a similar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're saying, hey, go get the player you want that can make an instant impact. Yet for the Jets, you're going to make that, oh, well, let's go get a tackle who, if our tackle gets hurt, then we're still good, even if he just plays 5 games.
But that's illogical, though, because a tackle, because of a player who has a great injury history, is still an immediate impact because they're helping you out this year. No one's saying draft a tackle because you're not going to have
injuries are going to happen, though. Give me the guy that's going to start all
history does repeat itself. Look at the injury history of Tyron Smith. This dude has not been healthy. And
I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm not. I think it's a good option, but I think Brock Bowers, to your logic, more immediate impact, because guess what? He's going to be playing. He's going to be starting more games than a tackle would for the Jets.
But I'm not
And that would-
valuing the number of starts I'm valuing the fact that they do make a starting impact because someone's going to get hurt. Tackle, you need to have someone who starts. Edge rusher, you can survive with a rotational edge rusher. You can't survive
so you
with
could survive with a rotational edge rusher? Why didn't
You
we trade
can.
down then?
because we just got some extra picks. And then we're actually going to
could have got better picks.
And then we could have gotten a
more and
significantly
higher
different,
picks.
a significantly worse player here. Regardless, I am still going to draft one of the top 2 edge rushers, even though I have lots
Isn't
of
that fun though? Isn't that like you get real deep into the draft? Like you really got us, like you're turning the wheels and everything. It's wild.
Well, that's why we do this. That's why there's 377 people. By the way, guys, hitting a like on the stream ends up helping boost the overall algorithm. It does always help, even though 377 is awesome. So we love you guys for what it is. Just feel free to show some love back. I'm going to go Jared Verse. I'm going to show a little bit more partialism to my edge number 2.
I'm not even in front. I like Jared Verse quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jared Verse in a third makes me happy on passing on Dallas Turner. And that third could end up being a wide receiver, could end up being a corner. I don't think this team has very many needs at all.
End up being a crap DPR.
Could be a crap DPR. But I think that this is a great opportunity. I actually have faith in Jared Verse as a run defender. So that's why I probably have him a little bit higher than Law 2.
All right. So I'm going to pitch this idea because it's kind of like a multifaceted idea with the Broncos.
Okay.
They could trade here.
Right.
Or they could stick here and draft.
Okay.
I think even if they trade this pick and go down, they still don't take quarterback. I think they may try to leverage next year's first round, kind of wait, see how the board falls.
Okay.
And try to get back into the back end of the first round with next year's first, like in a 1-for-1 swap, and get that quarterback.
I like that idea.
That's something
I like it for the team that takes that future first.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
and it doesn't force the Broncos to have to like reach.
Right. Because I was going to offer the Jaguars the ability to move up here, but
you could still do that.
I could, but I mean that's your pick as well.
I would love to trade this pick because they don't have a lot of picks in this class.
I know that's also another reason. Like it's a team that's riddled like Swiss cheese with holes that doesn't have any. See, this is where the Buffalo Bills could be trading up because this is a team that. Who gives a damn who they get at 28?
I don't care about the Bills anymore. Screw the Bills, man.
I care about the 8. Oh man. Well, usually also.
I mean, okay. I think then that gets a little ridiculous because then it's like, or at least for the Broncos, because it's like, ideally you're coming out of this draft with 2 first-round picks. Not you trade it all the way back down, and you're still only getting a quarterback in the first round. See what I'm saying?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Because again,
there ain't no way Sean Payton has a long leash. I get it. He's essentially the GM. He's the alpha. He's the omega. He's the beginning and the end right now for Denver. Yeah. But they have to get a quarterback. There has to be some like forward vision. You have to win in the next couple of years. Like we can't just have a losing coach that we trade a first-round pick for.
Yeah. No, 100%. So what would you do then in this? Are you going to trade back?
If the Jags wanted to, which I think they would too, I think watching the cornerback class fall, then I would jump on that if I'm the Jags.
Okay.
So I'd be all about that.
Okay. So in terms of draft compensation, what would you do? Looking at the Rich Hill chart.
Use the Rich Hill. Don't even. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about draft compensation.
Yeah. Okay. So 347 for Denver's pick, right? Jesus, dude, what's up with this, man? I mean, I did analytics for my major, but I'm not extremely excited about it. 296, that's a 51-point differential. 51 points is pick 84 and higher. You know what's great? I think they have a pick that's roughly around this range. Do they?
96.
Oh.
They have 96.
Ooh. They'd have to give up more than 96.
What about 96 and a pick swap in day 3?
I could see that. It would have to be like 114 and like 136.
Can't be like a mid day 3 pick swap.
Oh, Like, what are you talking about? Like 116, 145 or
I was
something?
thinking like 153 and maybe like 203.
I think that's way too low in the. Yeah, 153 is like.
I mean, they're getting the
Well,
Broncos.
actually, hold up.
I was gonna
No,
say
that's right. That's like 6 points. It's not gonna get you that many more, but
I mean,
okay.
how far are we off here? Are we talking like nickels and dimes?
Yeah, we're talking about nickels and dimes. We'll do
Okay.
it. We'll do it. So, the third, gotta remember that one too. Not gonna affect the mock draft, but Broncos end up acquiring an extra selection in the third round. The Jaguars end up moving up and selecting.
Quinion.
Right.
My boy, Quinion.
So fun fact. So that I'm like now working my job. I have like it's actually a good sized cubicle too. For once, it's actually not like a tiny ass cubicle. I have like a whiteboard on part of it. I actually wrote a whole ass mock draft. I got bored. I just wrote a mock draft on the board, and Quinion was moved up by the Jaguars at 12. You're still on the board though.
I'm gonna take Tanise Fuaga. Whether he is a right tackle for this team or right guard, or if it's like they got there, Mumford, he's going to start whatever Fuaga is not starting, and it works out. You feel good about the offensive line. They just brought back Andre James. There we go. Ooh.
Andre Jackson.
I was like, who the hell's Andre
Jackson? Austin Jackson and Andre James combined. But you're going Tolly?
No, not Austin Jackson.
You're going to go Tolly though?
Yeah, I'm going to go Tolly.
Okay. You told me not to be trigger happy.
Holly me banana. Yeah, I thank you for that.
You are welcome. Okay, so apparently Ryan Ramczyk doesn't have any cartilage in his knee.
No, yeah, we already knew that. It's degenerative.
Yeah. Degenerate. The question is, will he play next year at all? Is he going to play next year? What are your thoughts?
He might. I think regardless, you go left tackle, you kick Trevor Pennon over, and if you're lucky, you get Ramczyk for next year, and just kind of salvage Pennon.
Savage.
Savage.
You savage.
Try to salvage Pennon and be like, hey, learn under Ramczyk, and let's give it a go at right tackle.
Yeah,
and then
I respect.
Hopefully, he performs in his contract year.
See, the thing is, if you want to look back on the drafting philosophy of Trevor Penning, it looks like they value physicality in the run game. I actually think Olu gets the short end of the stick. I think Olu is a little bit underrated. People talk about him being an ass run blocker. It's like the dude tries, and that's more than what you can ask of a lot of these players.
Yeah, he's definitely honestly, it's not underrated. Like he lacks power or anything. It's all leverage with him, dude.
Right. And I think that might be age and a little bit of inexperience. Penn State, you see guys come into the league very raw from Penn State and developing well.
Rashad Walker.
Yeah, Rasheed Walker, I thought was absolute butt cheeks. He's done a good job.
No, I mean, I thought he was a developmental guy, and
yes,
turns out he was. I just didn't expect him to be a good starter.
But I do think that the Saints would value Troy Fautanu a little bit more because of that day one impact as a run blocking player on the left side. So I think
he's got a little bit more mean to him.
Yes, he has that physicality that I think lines up a little bit more with what the organization wants. This should be a run to the podium for you, but you're not as high on this player as I am.
Are you talking about Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, no, dude. Yeah, no, I like Arnold here.
Yeah. Are you going to run it in, or are you going to be going more?
Yeah, I mean, I would think about it, but there's not really much to think about. Like Brian Thomas, I would think about, but I think getting more depth, competition. I say this literally all the time. It's the most volatile position. You're young at the position, so keep throwing crap on the wall and hope it sticks. The Bucks, they did that years ago where they just kept shooting on corners, and eventually they hit on guys like Carlton Davis and Jamil Dean. However you may feel about them, I know they were banged up last year, and Carlton Davis is either great, terrible, or hurt, but still they hit on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here for the Seahawks,
Arnold, right?
Yes, you took Arnold.
Okay.
Now you did your soliloquy. I was like, I'm not going to get in the way. I personally want a team to move up.
I mean, yeah, if you're the Seahawks, you kind of want to get out.
Well, the Seahawks want to move down, but it's like, who wants to move up, right? Who needs a left tackle specifically? Because there is one left tackle that's left. No pun intended. But remember, guys, tackles can't just switch positions like,
willy-nilly.
Yeah, they just can't do it free freely. Like it's an entirely different system of blocking.
Yeah. Sometimes I think it depends on like if you consider a tackle a top 10 guy, I think they should at least you should be confident
versatile.
that they can move.
Right. But at this range with these players, let's not get a little too ballsy here. What teams could be looking for a left tackle? I could see the Cowboys being a sneaky team looking for their guy in Olu. Technically the Cardinals, but they've already traded up once.
I'm done moving the Cardinals.
Dude, man, can you imagine if they walk out of here, Romo Dunze, Olu Fashanu, and Jerzon Newton or Byron Murphy? Like, dude, that's nasty. And, I assume this would take pick 35 to move up, like roughly. But it would be probably like pick 23. Like, you'd get something back. But, man, what team do you think would be able to move up here? Like, what team should move up to this point? Buffalo, I think actually this is a smart move for Buffalo because Brian Thomas is here.
Yeah, he is here, isn't he?
And that's a closer range.
It is a closer range. It's still going to cost a pretty penny. It's going to cost a pretty penny regardless who moves up.
I think it would cost a second. Like, if you want to look at the Rich Hill trade chart, 305 for Seattle and 209 for Buffalo. So what is that? Like 96 point differential? That is just around pick 60.
See the difference. Buffalo blowing their load to go in the top 10 to get Roma Dunze to me made sense. If you give away 60, they don't have a pick until 128 at this point.
And
you're doing it for not Roma Dunze. You're doing it for that next tier down, which makes me feel a little bit more like let's just kind of wait and see what happens.
Okay. So do you have a trade offer for this?
Maybe a Tampa.
What would Tampa move up for?
Liatu?
Oh, that's risking it for the biscuit, dude. Do you think they actually genuinely value that much?
Well, how much would it cost? It's 10.
It would cost their second round pick. It would cost a second.
What about like 92 and 125?
No, that 92 is 43 in point value. You'd have to get essentially two 92s to even like get close to matching their
Okay, what about 89 and 92?
You would give up 2/3 on a team that I don't think is actually going to be championship ready.
I mean, they played Baker like they are.
I mean, if you're the Seahawks, you do it. If you're the Seahawks, you do it. I just don't really think I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that with Tampa.
Why not? This is a team that thinks they're the best in their division. They think they're going to get to the playoffs.
They're going to get their ass whooped if they have that mentality.
I mean, they're going to get whooped anyway. Their quarterback's Baker.
I think the Eagles could be in move up territory, technically.
For who? All these right tackles are falling down the board. They could just sit back.
That would be the logical pick, but this team after this year will have literally, who do they have? Huff and they have Nolan. BG will be gone. You also have Sweat that will be gone. Like, this team will actually have absolutely nothing at edge. It would be smart to move up, but they don't even have a third. Ugh. You know what? We might just have to stick and pick. You're not going to move up with the Bills?
No, I want to do. I think Tampa would do this. This is a team that they're a playoff team. They want to add parts that can contribute now. They lost Shaq Barrett. Granted, he was like in his twilight. They brought in Randy Gregory. Do you trust that? No, nobody trusts that. And currently, you got Joe Tryon, who's going to be in a contract year.
All right. For the sake of argument, we'll do it because I think Seattle would be. I would accept it for Seattle. I don't know if I would for Tampa. And then Latu will be the pick because there is a drop off at edge. Even though I love Marshawn Nealand, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tampa don't really have too many needs.
All right. Well, you're on the board, my good sir.
Denver Broncos. Oh, yeah. This was another reason. I think I would have taken Latu here at.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would have taken him here for the stinking Broncos. Instead, we could look at, honestly, Cooper DeJean's not a bad fit for Vance Joseph.
People are saying why not take Fautanu for the Seahawks? He was already taken.
Yeah, he's already off the board.
Yeah. So guys, if you haven't seen it already, these are going to be the picks. These are the players already taken.
If anything, I guess Ryan Grubb could take Penix there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Part of me is absolutely nuts. All right, so here are my three themes going through my mind with this pick.
3 themes.
So there's Cooper DeJean. I think Cooper DeJean would be a nice versatile pick for the secondary. They're still looking for a number 2 next to Pat Surtain. They got McMillan there in the slot, so that's an option.
Yeah.
Also, both their safeties kind of suck. I know. Brandon Jones ain't nothing special.
Yep.
You got, where did PJ Locke go? Did he come back?
Mm-hmm.
Dude should be a starter there for the Broncos.
I think he will be.
Well, they got Caden Stearns too.
What do you think about Brian Thomas?
That was the next name I was going to bring up. Brian Thomas, come in, be that vertical threat on the outside. You got Mims. Who else did they bring in?
Wait, you're saying
Denver? Yeah, because they have Mims, they have Sutton. I imagine they brought in someone else. Coach was about to break down my door. Josh Reynolds. I don't think that changes my pick, but I'm at least going to put that on it either.
Okay.
And then here's the other thing. It might not sound sexy, but they just let Lloyd Cushenberry walk. Jackson Powers Johnson.
So what are you going to choose?
I think I'm going with JPJ.
Okay. All right. I mean, to be fair, back when Sean was with the Saints, they ended up drafting a center in the first round as well from LSU. Right? Was he from LSU? Caesar?
Oh, no, he was Michigan.
Michigan. Why am I tripping?
They immediately played him at guard.
Yeah. They might have to do the same with Jackson Powers Johnson.
No. I mean, dude, their guards are fine. Ben Powers.
That's me throwing shade. I was just talking shit. But at pick 18, I think that this would be relatively an easy decision for the Bengals. It's going to be one of the right tackles. I know defense interior is a very solid option. If you move back, not a bad idea whatsoever. But I think for the sake of time, I'm going to be going after JC. I think that he's just a better day one impact. Amarius has a lot to work on, and I don't really want Trent Brown starting on my team. Gojo agrees.
Oh, Gojo's whining.
Indeed.
Why are you whining, buddy?
Okay, my bad, bro. This is an AFC team. I'm so used to doing it back and forth.
Oh no, I would have gone with Mims, but makes no difference.
I think that the Steelers, I assume that you're going to go another right tackle for the Steelers. So
most likely
the next right tackle. If you're, I just was like so used to back and forth.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, oh yeah. You didn't say anything. I was like, Rams, dude. I mean, I'm gonna go best player available. I'm gonna screw over the Steelers here because
Bengals got DeJuan Jones. Bengals do not have DeJuan Jones.
That is the Browns, my friend.
So saying JC Latham's a bust.
Well,
that's what you could. Everyone says that about every prospect.
That's
right. The amount of people that say Caleb Williams is a bust, Drake May is a bust, JJ McCarthy's a bust, Jaden, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Jackson's not going to stop me with his little $4.5 million tender tag from drafting the best player available. I'm going to go Olu Fashanu. A lot of money got invested in this offensive line in the offseason. I think this is going to be the smartest decision you can make. Go after the other players down the line. Just don't mess up on left tackle.
Yes.
Now, all right. You're back.
Yeah. So
Steelers.
Yeah. I was going to say a trade down, but
you're going to miss out on one of the tackles. I mean, I assume you're talking about like move up and stuff.
Yeah. Cause like you get to the Dolphins pick and it's like, I want to trade down with the Dolphins.
Right. And that's
I know
be
the
probably
Chiefs
good.
will come calling, and we're not trading with the Bills.
Yep.
So it's like, I will take Mims here. Get to reunite him and Broderick Jones. Dolphins, I will offer a trade back with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is very similar to what they did with Trent McDuffie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get 95 and 31.
95.
So yay, we get a third and a fourth. We get to actually play the draft.
Yay. Okay. Kansas City moves up for Brian Thomas.
Of course.
Yes, sir. Okay. Philly on the board. Lots of really good talent here.
Let's be honest, what this pick's going to be, though.
It's going to be Tyler Guyton.
It's going to be Tyler Guyton.
Yeah, mentor is Lane Johnson. I like Tyler Guyton a lot. We obviously both have him similarly ranked. Technically, you're higher on him, but that's because I have guys that you don't like higher. So,
that's usually how it happens.
Talent even. Shut the fuck up. I'm saying like I have my crazy swings. That's why Tyler Guyton significantly or noticeably lower on my board at 36 versus your 29. We both evaluate his talent very similarly. Should be a starting right tackle in the NFL. Needs a little bit more development. Yeah. Unfortunately, I would think AD Mitchell, if everybody, yeah, I mean, I think their wide receiver 3 position still ass.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they care about their wide receiver 3 position.
I mean, they continue stacking with bums, but they do really care about I will be going Tyler Guyton here, but I do think AD Mitchell, since I have him at number 10 on my board, it is BPA. Anyways, I'm still on the board for the next.
You're on the board for quite a bit.
Yeah, until the Bills.
I'm gonna sit here and smoke a cigarette or something.
I know. I don't see defensive interior really being sniped off the board. Maybe the Seahawks might get excited about BPA, but I'm not gonna force that issue. Technically, I could have waited and sniped AD Mitchell if I were the Falcons or the Cardinals here. I'm shit happens. We already got wide receiver. I think defensive line, edge rusher, corner, those are the positions I want to target the most. Do you have any trade up options?
I don't know. If I'm the Bills at this point, I don't care what receiver gets to me.
So you don't see that type of value.
Yeah, if it's not Brian Thomas, if it's not Roman with Dunze, if I couldn't make a move, then I'm just gonna be like, you know what?
Interesting.
Everyone else is kind of in that next tier. So
you really don't like AD Mitchell then?
I do like AD Mitchell. I just think he's a part of that next tier of wide receivers. Guys like Ladd McConkey, you got Ricky Pearsall, you have Xavier Leggett, Xavier Worthy. I would clump them all together, and since they're so close on my board, it's like, why am I moving up at this point if I'm really good with any of those guys?
I want to move back, and I'm going to move back with the Carolina Panthers because I don't think Carolina
have so many picks.
They have so many issues. Okay, we could toss in some of this shit as part of it, but the Carolina Panthers are going to be missing out. They're going to be getting sloppy thirds at this point based on the teams that need a receiver above them. If you're going to actually want to go out and help Bryce, 1, help out his offensive line, but 2, get him somebody to throw to. This is within this would be within the range of possibility. The Panthers have 2 second round picks.
Dude, the Panthers need so much. They shouldn't be throwing away draft capital.
So they could actually end up getting more back. I mean, you could toss in 39 and then essentially move back 35 and then end up getting some extra draft capital in there. Not 35, but you might get 71, 90, etc. Who would you trade up for?
All right.
Okay, who would you pick here? You know what? You're getting on me.
I'm not getting on you. It's just every time we get to Arizona, you're like, oh, let's do a trade.
Because I don't like the value here. And I have a player who I think is awesome on the board.
I mean, I'd be willing to take. I think Cooper DeJean's a Jonathan Gannon guy.
I could see that, but I also see value at 35 with all the corners that will still be there.
I mean, if we're talking trade up, maybe the Lions don't like Nate Wiggins. They could trade up for Cooper DeJean. Packers, they have a ton of picks. They'd probably be willing to do business.
Actually, the Packers should be wanting to do business, but they're not going to be losing anybody by pick 25. You know what?
I mean, we've
don't
seen
know.
teams literally move up one pick, like from like 24 to 23.
I'm gonna go Byron Murphy here.
You're just gonna send it?
We're just gonna send it because
You're gonna
I don't want to potentially
add to
take the
their
risk.
mid defensive interiors. I love Byron Murphy. I'm just saying the rest, like, I'm so mad that they spent money on guys like Justin Jones, Bilal Nichols, and pretended like, oh, there we go.
Or replace their mid.
Replace the mid that they just invested in.
Let's just clarify, because you came off by saying he is mid and you're adding to the mid.
He's my number one defensive interior.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What are you saying? Like, let's clarify that for the people. I know what you're saying, but other people might not. Oh, man. All right. So continuing on with the Dallas Cowboys, offensive line certainly still within the realm of possibility here. However, I trust that there's someone who's going to be there at 56 that I really like. Like, even though I'm a sucker for taking offensive linemen, this team needs a wide receiver too. Also, F the Bills, F every team that needs a wide receiver. F the Panthers at this point.
Whoa. Okay, before we do that, real back, before we do that, they really need offensive line.
And we will get it. This class is really good at offensive line.
It is really good, but you have a better shot on hitting on somebody in the first than you would like on day 2 guys. Okay. Why not take that swing on and in a deep wide receiver class if you really want wide receiver that bad? But I'm just throwing this out there. I'm playing a little.
Let's project. You know what? I mean, I'm glad you brought it up. Let's project who's going to be there in round 2. At pick 56, who's going to be there? Jalen Polk, Jermaine Burton
will be there.
Roman Wilson, Troy.
Yeah, those are very solid options at wide receiver.
Would you rather have, Graham Barton and one of those wide receivers, or would you rather have? I mean, you don't like A.D. Mitchell, but would you rather have A.D. Mitchell
on my board?
Would you rather have A.D. Mitchell and maybe Mason McCormick, Christian Haynes?
I'm going to tell you this. I don't think Mason McCormick is going to make it to that pick.
But I'm saying, like, it is within the realm of possibility. Cooper Beebe.
In the realm of possibility.
Bo Limmer. I mean, hell, we're stretching on Bo Limmer here.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Graham Barton's versatility, him being able to play left guard, center.
Dominic Pooney.
Yeah, but Graham Barton's better than those guys.
A.D. Mitchell is leagues above who's going
to
be
would
there.
not say that. I wouldn't say that.
This is my pick. We're going A.D. Mitchell. We're going A.D. Mitchell. I think he's leagues above who's going to be there at 56. I cannot say the same about the offensive line. Green Bay Packers going Cooper DeJean. Sorry, I hate
at this point. I mean,
like, I feel so bad for Packers fans, but
I don't. He's a great player.
But like, they tune into these videos trying to, like, find some alternate options, and we just literally stick and pick with Cooper DeJean every time.
If they keep getting mocked Cooper DeJean, they should feel good. They should be like, oh, thank goodness. Every mock draft I check out, we're getting this good player, and it feels like, hey, he's always gonna be there. I would feel relief. Because as a Dolphins fan,
this makes me even more pissed about my Tampa Bay trade. We're going Graham Barton here for the Seahawks. Because honestly, I could have seen a world where neither of them traded, and these two guys went at the same spot, just to the opposite teams. They need interior offensive line help.
Draft be wild.
Yeah. Arizona, we've already gone defensive interior, adding to their mid defensive interior core. And then wide receiver Romo Dunze. I think the easy option here is to go Jerzon Newton. Cornerback class is stacked. Defensive interior, not so much.
Wait, did you just double dip?
Oops. Just kidding. We already went defensive interior for y'all's sake. Well, I rebuild this in another tab. See, this is where I like literally wasn't trigger finger the entire night. The one time I do it.
Here, you want me to share my screen?
Maybe. No, I mean, it's okay. We'll just stick that right there.
I've been following, so.
Oh yeah, why haven't you shared your? The hell, get out of here!
I'm literally offering right now, dude.
Put it up.
It's up.
Yes, sir. Oh my god.
Here, let me.
Anywho. Oops.
All right. So what do you want to do here then? Let's talk this.
Okay, yes. The corner is going to be the route I go. Technically, I could double dip a defensive interior. I'm not going to lie. It's a free pick. But I think I would like to stick and pick with, there's know what?
Corners, there's players.
I'm going to take a curveball. I'm going Jordan Morgan. I think he can work out as an interior offensive lineman if need be.
I do think he's a guard. Oh gosh, sorry.
I think I have him as really solid guard. You're getting a great player who actually can play tackle if Jonah Williams is absolute butt cheeks. So let's do it. Oops.
All right. Well, you want to talk about curveballs? Here comes one. I'm going Ladd McConkey to the Bills.
That's not that big of a curveball.
It's not. You just lost a really good route runner, and now we're gonna go ahead and draft a really good route runner with vertical ability.
But dude, Justin Shorter. That's the true number one.
I mean, he's got size.
I love Justin Shorter, dude. I love him.
Did he even see a rep last season? He was hurt, right? He may have saw reps on special teams.
Yeah, I can't even remember off the top of my head. I'm going to be going for the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go after an instant impact player here. I'm actually going to go Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think he's an absolute monster. And that Bama work ethic, I mean, I just love it. You're going back to Bama.
Golly, dude. Look, we talked about like when we were remember when how many tackles, how many interior players will go inside like the top 22? I mean, just looking at how many we've taken in the first round.
Yeah.
It's utterly insane.
It is insane. Oh, geez.
Baltimore Ravens is a toughie. I hope you are doing it in another tab because I only have it up to round 1.
I'm literally like scrambling right now to do it, okay. But continue your search, my good sir.
All right. I wouldn't mind if there was a trade option here. And you know what? I think there is.
Okay.
This is where the Denver Broncos will move back up into the first round.
The Denver Broncos are moving up?
They're going to move up back into the first round.
Where the hell are the Atlanta Falcons in this?
I'm going to give away next year's first to move up to 30 to get a quarterback.
Okay. You're going to tell me that.
Yeah, you're good. So it's basically it's a pick swap of first rounders just from different years.
Okay, so say that again. So it's going to be a next year one from Denver to move up with Baltimore.
Baltimore at 30, and I'm going to go ahead and take Bo Nix here.
Dude, honestly, I love that for the Ravens. Okay, so am I up right now? I have the Niners. I'm going Johnny Newton all day for the Niners, though.
Golly, dude.
Dude, they need defensive interior help. Okay, speaking of help, I'm going to need help with these trades. All right, but continue on. Have your elongated speech while I catch up.
All right. Well, we're with my Miami Dolphins. Well, look at that. All the offensive line talent off the board. All the defensive interior talent off the board. I mean, I could just swing for upside at this point, or I could be the Dolphins and just be fun as hell because that's what the Dolphins do.
Okay.
They're probably going to look at 40 times and be like, you know what? I like that Xavier Worthy. We haven't signed OBJ yet. We haven't signed him yet.
This is true.
So, I mean, if I'm going to do predictive, I think the Dolphins are some way going to come out of this draft with Xavier Worthy.
I have to remake this fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers trade.
Good luck.
That makes me sick to my stomach, dude.
Well, I mean, dude, we're only doing 2 rounds, so.
Right. What did we get for the Broncos at 17? Did we get BTJ?
The Broncos got JPJ.
JPJ. Oh my lord.
Yeah, and so we not only got Bo Nix, but we got his center.
Yep.
Tua's gonna die out there. Dude, randomly generate. He's gonna die out there if we take stinking Kingsley Sumatea here.
You're not wrong.
I mean, Sumatea probably starts early on at right guard for us.
Keep your soliloquy going.
Yeah,
I messed up the draft,
buddy. Yeah,
I mean we could end it at 1 because it is slightly late. But we did promise the people. We promised the people.
I mean, we could do a speed round, no trades round 2. Oh, you know what?
What?
I think I know what I'm doing for the Dolphins. Screw Xavier Worthy. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything, but I'm going to go with Zach Frazier and move him to guard.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he's that good?
Yeah. Honestly, I think he's a better center than Aaron Brewer.
All right.
We can't have Aaron Brewer play guard.
That's right. That's fair.
Because I mean, dude, I do love the talent on day 2, but I'd rather get protect. I want to exit the first round with either like Byron Murphy, Johnny Newton, or some form of offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
We take Xavier Worthy here. I'm not gonna love it. Cool. We took a speedy wide receiver 3. Whoop-de frickin' do.
Yep.
Kingsley Sumate, he's so raw, man. And throwing him out there at guard doesn't feel great. Like Zach Frazier, he's well put together, dude. He's ready to go. Zach Frazier's not a guard. How's Zach Frazier not a guard? Have you seen this guy's build and his measurements? 6'3", 313, 11-inch hands, 32.25-inch length. That's fine for the guard. We're not talking about a guy with sub 32-inch arms.
You gave 95 and 131, right? For 21?
The
third and fourth round.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Yeah. See, Danny's in here like, oh, Tua's going to get a concussion. He's going to get a concussion if we don't draft someone here. What's the difference?
Damn.
Like, what kind of devil's advocate are we playing here? He's going to get a concussion. Okay, cool. Robert Jones, Godspeed, buddy.
What did I do for the Seahawks? I'm tripping. Graham? Oh, yeah. I didn't even need to ask that. Okay. I'm back with the cards again. Oh, we went Jordan.
Oregon.
Oh, I actually like that pick. Buffalo, you ended up going that wide receiver, Lad McConkey. And we got Kool-Aid. We traded up.
Background sassy. I totally think he could be a guard, man. Totally think he has guard flexibility.
Just a 1-to-1 switch with the
like this isn't like I love Bo Limmer. He played guard, sub 32-inch arms. There ain't no way he's playing anywhere but center.
Yeah. Jerzon. And then there we go, baby.
We're back.
Woo. Oh, just kidding. This is the wrong. I need to share this tab instead. There we go, baby. We're back.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, my heart's kind of shattered for the Panthers because I think A.D. Mitchell's awesome, but I'm going to end up going after Keon Coleman here. I think he's phenomenal. Wide receiver 1 build. Could go in the slot if need be, but I have more faith of him with him on the outside. Xavier Leggett, awesome player, but I just think Keon Coleman is a better prospect. Different prospect, but better for what I think Bryce Young needs.
All right, New England Patriots.
Went JJ.
They went JJ. Well, we could think about what about us? What about you?
So you need to put up the mock draft simulator so you have like the names of the dudes who are still available.
Yeah, no, I'm literally going through. I'm trying to remember receivers still left because that's kind of probably what I want to go because I'm looking at what just Kingsley Sue-Matea available right now.
Yeah.
And that really doesn't tickle my fancy. He's probably not going to start right away. We got Xavier Worthy. We got Jalen Polk. Here, I'm going to pull up my wide receiver rankings. What am I doing? I took JJ. You know what would be nuts?
Roman.
Yeah, but I'd rather trade back if that were the case, you know?
Right.
And they also got Pop Douglas. So it's like, do I really want more guys with like lackluster size? So it's like, honestly, I think I'm going to take Ricky Pearsall.
Ooh.
That sounds like a Bill Belichick thing. I mean, hey, RIP to your coaching career, bud. Let's get you a white receiver.
All right. Doing well today. All right. At pick 35, I don't think the Cardinals could pass on Nate Wiggins at this point. It would have to be like, you need a corner. Already gone after offensive line, wide receiver, as well as defensive interior. Now let's complete it with that beautiful corner. I also still on the board.
You took Wiggins. Got it.
Yes, I take Wiggins. the Commanders, the Commies, I think that this needs to be an offensive tackle. The problem is I don't really like any of the offensive tackles that much.
Class
Kingsley
falls off quick when 10 of them go in the first round.
This is very true. I actually think Kingsley could play right tackle though. And I might
Honestly,
trust
he's
that
probably better off at right tackle.
Oh, I think I don't think I'd ever play him at left tackle. I'll put it that way.
I mean, but the thing is, they invested. I know it's old new regime, but they invested money. Money into stinking Andrew Wiley.
Oh yeah, no, they don't give a
Disgusting.
shit. But also, Kingsley won't even potentially start this year because you have Leno there, right? Did they bring out Leno or Cornelius?
No. They Leno's gone. They got
No,
Wiley. They have.
I thought they brought like Cornelius on a 1-year deal.
Well, yeah, they brought Cornelius back, but I don't think
Yeah,
he's listed as
they
a
had like
starter.
the Garrett guy, or why am I tripping balls?
Oh,
right
Braden Daniels, the
Braden
former
Daniels.
Utah guy. I mean, he could play
Garrett
like
Dellinger on my head.
all 5 spots, but he's probably better interior.
Yeah, so I mean, Kingsley. Let's hope he can start.
You taking Kingsley?
Yeah.
All right, Chargers. I took Marvin Harrison, right? By the grace of God, I took. Oh man! All right, so you know what? I'm gonna go in with the hype right now on a player. He's not this high on my board, but he's probably going top 50.
Malik Washington.
No, Braden Fisk. I think
you're not going to go over Chris Jenkins, his own.
I know, isn't that wild? But also, coaches coming from college to the NFL, they have a poor track record of drafting their guys, a la Taylor Mays.
Fair. All right. So Braden Fisk.
I am going to go Braden Fisk, which leaves me with the tight ends. I want to go wide receiver.
Oh, you're not going to go linebacker? Have you seen that linebacking core?
Yeah, they shouldn't have paid Kenneth Murray. That's on them. And I think they really do want to go wide receiver. I really feel like they do.
I mean, you're giving up on what's his name? Why am I tripping? It's so late at this point. Yeah,
part of me thinks they are. I mean, honestly, they need corner really bad too.
They
honestly, you know what? Huh?
They just got Snead.
Oh, I always forget that they traded for Snead, dude.
Yeah, because I always think they need corner badly too.
Oh, so you know what? Linebacker would make sense. They do have a thumper, so they could go for a guy that has stinking
range.
Has just like tools out the wazoo.
Okay.
I'm really trying to just talk myself away from wide receiver. Let's go with Edwin Cooper. Let's do it. Send it.
You sure you don't want to go junior though?
Yeah, they don't. They already have Gibbons as their
Shit. I was trying to trade up with the Eagles for the next pick.
Yeah, they already got the guy that can take on tackles. They need the speedster.
I was gonna try to trade up with Philly.
Yeah. I'm missing one pick, and I don't know who it is.
Did you Denver with
Coleman's one?
Huh? Who's still on?
Here, you keep going. It's your picks.
Okay. Yeah, it's my picks for the next 3.
I'll figure it out some way somehow.
Noted. So with Carolina, already have gone wide receiver.
Oh, Edwin Cooper. The guy I just drafted.
I think the Panthers actually do need some corner help. I don't think Dane Jackson's someone who I think is reliable enough to consistently start on the boundary.
I agree.
Like, I know you don't like Anus Rakestraw Jr., but, we ball. I actually think Renardo Green, though.
Green's in this range. I don't like him in the first round.
I respect that. I'm actually going to go Renardo Green here. I think his physicality might be a little bit more coveted and similar athletic profile. Oh, still on the board. Commanders.
Fun fact, you're on the board after that too.
I know. I think I still actually would debate going offensive tackle here. I'm not going to do it, but I still think that actually corner is one of the more underrated positions. Edge rusher as well. I think an edge 1 is appropriate for this team. Even though you brought on a lot of dudes who actually have starting potential, I'm going to get someone who I think is an actual starter. Marshawn Nealand, I think that he is a well-coveted asset here at pick 40. He has unbelievable amount of top 30 visits and is rumored to be a potential late first. So Marshawn
That would be
Lynch.
fun if he did sneak into the first.
I thoroughly believe he could be Detroit's pick at 29 because similar to last year when a Kansas State kid went to, Kansas City, might be cool to see Western Michigan go to, a Michigan team. And yes, I'm still on the board. Packers. Jesus. We've already gone defensive back with Cooper DeJean. I'm running this up to the podium, dude. Junior Colson all day. Like, just get some in the linebacking core for a little bit more help. And he's young, cheap. Make it work.
All right. Well, I got the Texans. I think they're gonna go with the defensive line. Like, they don't have really long-term options on the interior. And I think they wouldn't mind getting a big, meaty boy from Texas. I'm going to go with Devondre Sweat.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You're back.
Falcons. So we traded back, got an extra third-round pick. Holla. It's literally the second, or is it the second pick in the third? I don't know. Pick 66.
It's pick 66.
So the third pick in the third. I'm going to be going after a corner here because I still think this team needs it. And Ennis Rakestraw Jr. is here, taking him in a heartbeat. Max Melton, another name I'd love to recommend, as well as Andrew Phillips. But Ennis Rakestraw Jr., I thoroughly believe he could be a superstar. So we disagree on that. But at pick 43, I think we're both fine with that value.
Okay, this one's interesting. I took Fuaga. So now I wouldn't mind going corner. There's a lot of corners available. Or I could flip this thing. No, they like Zamir White. I was really gonna try to flip this on its head.
Okay.
Do they like Zamir White? They like Zamir White.
They're not.
They brought in Alexander Madison. They're not gonna go.
Yeah, they're not gonna spend a second.
So oddly enough, man, I'm actually stuck between a couple of corners here.
Okay.
I like TJ Tampa. I don't think he's a fit. Kamari Lassiter, they could fit, but maybe are you looking for a little bit more upside? Maybe you're just like, hey, Nate Hobbs, we know you could start on the outside. Go start on the outside. Let's get Sainer still. Let's get just this pissed off little gerbil in there in the slot.
Right.
I could go with Max Melton, someone who's very scheme versatile. I think he could really fit into anything.
Yep. By the way, guys, if you guys want us to be able to, since we have 430 viewers, which we love all of you, it's a little bit difficult to respond to every comment while also trying to do a mock draft. The easiest way to do it is going to be through a super chat. I know it sounds like we're just trying to ask for money, but genuinely speaking, we're trying to focus on a mock draft to give you guys. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, it helps us sort out like
it glows. It literally glows green.
Staying on topic and whatnot.
Right.
So it's very like a fluent stream.
Yeah. Like we have sections of the stream, obviously, where we just answer questions, but this is not one of those.
Yeah. If you invest in us, we will invest in you. We will guarantee we will get that red for you.
Right.
But yeah, with bigger streams, it's a little more difficult. I'm not going Michael Penix. This team got Gardner Minshew. You can't tell me that this team's in on quarterback in this freaking draft.
Right.
You just can't tell me that. I will believe it when I see it. I think I'm going with Max Melton.
I love Max Melton, dude.
I like Max.
Where do you have Max on your board?
He's like midday 3, so midday 2. My bad. So late second, early third on my board. He is. He's probably gonna go up. Because I just noticed I had Tyler Nubin ahead of him. And I do not like Tyler Nubin. I mean, I like Tyler Nubin. I just don't like
him above Max.
Tyler Nubin anymore.
Yeah, honestly, you're basically you're auditing yourself.
Yeah, that's this safety class, I'm out in terms of like the top 50 outside of maybe one guy.
I have Max Melton in my top 32.
Yeah,
I really love
that's
him.
fair.
I really love him.
That's good.
For the Saints, it's kind of hard to pass on Michael Penix at this point, just because you have just a massive,
Who bring into backup? Is still just Jake Haener the backup there?
I don't know where the Our Lads. When in doubt, pull up Our Lads. Am I right?
Oh, dude, I have our lads open right now.
Yeah. You know what's great though? You can just change after the /. You can just change it to like the team
Oh
initials.
yeah, the team.
Oh, it's
They have
beautiful.
Nate Peterman at QB3, dude.
Dude, that really makes me nervous for trying to take a QB here. I will take a QB. I'm gonna go Michael Penix.
All right.
At this point, it's too valuable.
You want to read that super chat for us?
Heyo, do your little dingy ding.
I did.
Oh, it blurred out again. Who would the Saints go with? We just said Michael Penix.
And
Thank you, Matt.
Troy Fautanu. Troy Fautanu in the first.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
You are. It's okay, dude.
Yeah, it was Troy Fautanu, and then also Michael Penix. Yeah, hey, dude, same team. Didn't even think about that, dude. Jesus, we made a miracle.
Look at that, dude. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So
thank you, YK Matt.
I took Terry and Arnold.
Yes. Damn, you could have had TJ Tampa here. That would be the love of your life.
Yeah, and honestly, yeah, for Gus Bradley, that's kind of perfect.
It is actually.
Might be shocking. I don't think it is.
Oh,
I think I am going to say speed kills. I'm gonna get the most that I can out of that big freaking cannon. I'm going Xavier Worthy.
Yes. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna request a trade with the Giants.
I thought we said we weren't gonna trade.
No. Why? I never agreed to that. I mean, honestly, the picks so far have been relatively
straightforward because I thought we were trading the second round. No. Bring it up, bud. Bring it up.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you didn't say nothing when I said it.
All right.
We were on the same page.
All right. Well, I mean, I was talking about a trade back spot earlier.
In the first, before we goofed everything up.
No. I was saying I wanted to trade up with the Eagles.
Say your trade, buddy. Say your trade.
I was saying at 38 that I wanted to trade up with the Eagles.
Yes, that was like 2 hours ago.
Huh?
It was in the first round. It feels like it was a lifetime ago.
38?
Did you say that at 38?
Yeah, I was like, oh, damn, I wanted to move up with the Eagles.
Oh, I don't remember that.
All right, psycho.
It's past my bedtime.
It's past mine too. I want to move up with the Pittsburgh Steelers for Xavier Leggett. I know it's your pick, so I need to get your approval for it. But this is a short range trade. I don't really think that anybody's going to
wait for the Giants. It's not my pick.
No.
Oh, the Steelers.
For the Steelers, like we have no wide receiver too. And Xavier Leggett would be
and y'all are really good in
a wet dream
one in day 2,
as we are about to do.
And I mean Xavier Leggett, he's good, but you need a route runner.
I mean, you could have somebody like you could still bring in Tyler Boyd technically, but you still need to have somebody else. You need to have. I mean, come on, you can veto it.
I think I would because I honestly think the Steelers are probably so confident in what they do, like how they draft in day 2. They're like, yeah, you know what, we'll wait. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
Oh, my heart is just shattered, dude. I would throw a trade offer out there for the Baltimore Ravens move for Xavier Leggett, but
no, they're playing for next year's draft.
My heart is in pain. All right, you know what? Oh, shoot, dude. I need a team to move for Xavier Leggett. I'm not allowing this pick to stick to the New York Giants. Who would trade up for Xavier Leggett? Oh, you like this receiver class more than I do, though.
I do, and I feel like I probably did a good one anywhere.
All right, screw it. You know what? Man, I would debate on defensive interior, but we need corner. Give me my boy. We're gonna go Andrew Phillips. I'm happy with that. We can go Andrew Phillips all day.
All right. What happened with the Jags in the first round? Did we get Quinion?
Yeah, moved up for Quinion Mitchell.
Oh,
traded 96, 153, and then got 203 back.
All right, so apparently they're gonna have Savage in the slot. They're going to move Antonio Johnson to safety.
As they should.
Yeah, that's what at
That's what they
least
should have
someone
done.
told me, and I was like, okay, I actually like that.
Like that's
So I don't have to worry about the secondary anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
at this juncture, I feel like I'd rather get tackle, like
tackle.
like left tackle. Like it ain't Cam Robinson, bro.
Well, you're gonna kick Walker Little out? I mean, he played left tackle at Stanford.
Yeah, he did. I would love Walker Little. I just doubt that he's going to get a chance outside of being like a swing tackle and a what's the other word for it? Backup. Let's see. What other routes could I go? Perhaps, like, I mean, wide receiver. What am I looking for? Like, honestly, I wish they didn't pay for freaking Gabe Davis. That would make things a little bit easier. I probably want someone that could function outside of the slot. Xavier, I love Xavier Leggett, man, but that's literally Gabe Davis's role. It's literally his role. It's a stupid role. Okay, you like trade downs, right? Let's get a trade down. Who wants to move up?
The Steelers.
Steelers to get Xavier Leggett. All right, what would a trade right here look like?
Based on this, 51's 112 points, Jacksonville's 121, so that's a 9-point differential. It would be starting at about pick 165. So Pittsburgh, they have pick 178. That's technically 1 point off. It'd be 178.
Okay, I may have. I might be. Maybe the Rams move up. I think I'm moving up with the Rams. I think the Rams might want to move up and try to get in on Chop Robinson before someone else does.
I'm gonna veto that.
I mean, dude, at this point,
as
Chop
the Rams
Robinson's
owner,
a steal.
As the Rams owner, I know he is, but as the Rams owner, I don't see the value in. I mean, you know that
Because you don't like him.
I don't see him being an impact for the Rams in a Super Bowl run. Yeah. I think that they need somebody who could play every single down, which to me feels comfortable with Braylon Trice, Darius Robinson. I don't assume either of those guys will be gone at that pick.
Braylon Trice? What weight is he playing at?
Probably 275.
175?
But I'd be happy with Darius Robinson as well. Chris Braswell, I wouldn't be too angry with. I think that I'm happy with the potential drop off from a DPR.
You know what?
You can stick a pick. You can go Chop Robinson for this team.
No, not for the. I'm gonna go with Troy Franklin. He's different enough to your like Christian Kirk and your Gabe Davis. He gives you a little bit after the catch. He's fast. Get him to run, more crisply, and then maybe things will work out.
I'm excited for this pick.
This is me.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Not too far from
Columbus. Wait, what are you doing? I'm the Bengals.
Damn it. I'm so used to back and forth.
Who did they pick in the first? JC?
JC. Well, you wanted Amarius, which technically I was debating switching it back to Amarius, but who cares? Well, you can choose whichever one.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. I'm taking Xavier Leggett.
Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I don't know where T. Higgins is going to go, but
you can just make him a big slot at that point. Oh, honestly, the Eagles, I would have selected Xavier Leggett. I would have done that.
I kind of like that. I mean, they brought in Julio last year, and I feel like they want size in their wide receiving core. So,
guess who's on the board? Fucking Chop Robinson. I think that's BPA at this point for this team because you have people to play to start now. We're gonna go Chop.
All right.
Voila.
Shippity
Happy
chop.
birthday. Happy birthday, y'all.
All right. Who's playing the slot right now for the stinking?
Calvin. Beautiful Calvin.
Oh, my bad. On the defensive end.
Oh,
Out of
man.
curiosity, because I'm like,
is it Chandon? I'm
is it
tripping
still
balls.
Sullivan?
I'm tripping
John
balls, dude,
Sullivan?
right
Dude,
now. I'm
he's
so I'm
trash.
losing it. My marbles have been lost, my friend.
There is no
I'm checking
way
it right
he
now.
is still.
I'm tripping. It's Darius Rush. Why am I tripping? Jeez, I'm a Steelers fan too. That just shows you how fucking late it is for me.
All right. Well, you know what? You lost one route runner. You might want to get another.
Oh, I love Darius Rush, actually.
I might go with Roman Wilson.
You could go Kamari or Jarvis Brownlee. Chris Abrams-Drain. Mike Sanders.
If I really want to stick it to you, I'll go TJ Tampa. Actually, I kind of like. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't think the Eagles will or the Steelers will love Lassiter.
The Eagles would definitely be a team that I'm taking Lassiter to.
Yeah. He's your Vic Fangio guy, but I don't think Mike Tomlin would like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We seem to value some form of athleticism, which I love Kamari, but just like testing wise, didn't really.
You just can't do that.
He didn't put his balls to the wall enough.
All right, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman. He can work inside and out, mainly inside, but
yeah, I'm like inside and out.
Like he could be on the outside like maybe 30% of the time. They can make it work. They got Van Jefferson on the outside anyway. Shoot.
Oh my god. Do not. Oh my god. You really passed up.
They got Quez Watkins, dude, lined up in the slot. What the hell? Dude, y'all's depth at wide receiver is so big.
I'm going Darius Robinson for the Rams. I'm talking about it earlier.
Darius Robinson, that's a good pickup.
Yeah. For the Eagles, I just talked about it as well. I mean, we've got Chop, we got Tyler Guyton. We're gonna go. Oh no, I can't go Kamari, dude. They just brought in fucking Avante for another year.
For a slot.
They have 8 corners on roster, if I'm not mistaken, at the moment. You have literally Job and Zach fighting for a roster spot. It's not a move that I think would be smart.
What are you got Colson for him, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, Colson's already.
Well, I mean, who have they drafted thus far?
They've drafted Chop and they drafted Tyler Guyton.
You think they would think about paying Wilson here?
That's what I'm debating.
Because they don't really have a ton of coverage ability.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of the lore of paying Wilson.
I mean, you're essentially giving Nakobe Dean the middle finger, but
I mean,
honestly,
from what, the hospital bed?
Our stream is devolving into absolute chaos.
All right, so I'm actually this might seem a little weird for I'm actually stuck between Michigan players here for the
Brownies.
I'm thinking because they really don't have long-term options on the interior. So Chris Jenkins, I believe, is still on the board for us. But also you have Greg Newsome. You're gonna have to pay him soon. So maybe you shoot your shot on Mike Sainris still in the slot, knowing you're probably not going to be able to afford Greg Newsome.
Maybe.
I'm thinking I'm going to go with that.
Okay. I like Mikey. Mikey's an energy guy. He needs a little time too.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
I took Zach Frazier. Now, I mean, I like Zach Frazier. I mean, hey, dude, when like 10 offensive linemen go ahead of you, I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do?
You could have went Tyler Guyton.
No, I couldn't.
At 21.
Yeah, but then I would have a third and a fourth.
This is true.
So I'm stuck between shooting for upside with Ruka Rohoro or just taking the nice state. I'm going to take the nice stability of Chris Jenkins.
Yeah, I think it's smart. Cowboys, we went wide receiver in round 1. And remember who I said was going to be here?
Running back.
You got Cooper Beebe. You got Christian Haynes.
And Mason McCormick, actually, too.
And Mason McCormick, who
we took too many offensive linemen.
I think that the more probable option to go first, because I don't think Cooper Beebe goes before Christian Haynes. I think it would be Christian Haynes. And he's still developmental, but the mobility is ridiculous. I think he's awesome. Mason McCormick is technically a left guard, so he's more of an instant fit. But I trust shifting left to right guard more than shifting left to right tackle. I think it's far easier because you're literally not having to defend, essentially the boundary of a whole pocket. So I'm going to go Christian Haynes here.
All right.
We went A.D. Mitchell in the first. Got receiving weapon. So now your left tackle is Tyler Smith, then Christian Haynes. Center's a work in progress.
So, Bucks, this is you. I'm going to pitch something. I'm not 100% sold on it.
Okay.
But because they brought in, I think, Sua Opeta.
They did.
Or a left guard. And I don't think they're sold on Robert Hainsey being anything more than a backup, but he's currently playing center. You could get Mason McCormick, who worked out at center during the Shrine, and his natural position is left guard.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw that onto the ether. I think you're looking at corners right now, and I think that's totally the right option as well.
I'm thinking of a trade back because I just lost 2 third-round picks.
Well worth it.
I have 2 teams I'm going to pitch this to. I'm going to pitch this to the Baltimore Ravens for Kamari Lassiter or to the Niners. I'm ready to move up with the Niners because why not? Also, technically, we still got Karan on the board. Another pitch for the Niners. Or not the
I think the Niners would make sense.
Are you gonna accept it for the Ravens though?
No, I just threw away my first round, so I don't think I want to give away more picks right now as the Ravens.
That's fair. I'm gonna move up with the San Francisco 49ers. And actually, I don't know if it's going to be for a corner or not, but to make this trade make sense, 57 to 63. That's a 96 to 82. That is a 14-point differential. That is going to be actually worth almost identically to pick 135. So we'll just toss that in there. The Buccaneers end up getting actually a really nice consolation prize for moving back, doing the right thing. And the Niners move up. And I think that it really is down to Amagaji and a corner here. Technically, corner's deeper. You could get a stud later on. You're not going to get that with offensive line. But I'm going to go Kamari. I'm going to go best player available.
Okay.
4.65 scares me a little bit, but that's why he's here at 57 and not.
So are we finally going to see a safety off the board?
We already did.
Who?
Cooper DeJean.
You're funny.
I think I'm debating trading this pick too. I mean, I just don't think this team has that many.
I feel like the Packers, if anything, they're going to be buyers in this draft, dude. They have so many picks.
Oh, you know what? I have 2 years left on Rasheed Walker's deal.
You're going on Amagaji?
I think Amagaji's the right move. I think it's a Packers move. Let me clarify. I think it's a Packers move to draft,
to develop guys.
They love to develop guys. They like sniping guys down the board. Granted, like that makes sense. But this is really solid value for a really good player.
All right. Texans, I'm going Trey Benson.
What? After they just paid Joe?
Yeah, screw that, dude.
They just paid him.
Dude, Bobby Slowick, Niners, they love speed. Who's got speed? Trey Benson. Who doesn't have speed? Joe Mixon. There's gonna be enough mouths to feed in that backfield.
Get a corner. They only have guys on 1-year deals.
That's fine. They've gotten by on that. Bring back Steven Nelson. He's still out there in the ether.
So you going with it?
I'm gonna go. Yeah. I mean, I think Benson probably should have went earlier than this. I don't know where, but he probably should have.
That's fair. You're still on the board though.
Yeah, I took Ladd, and honestly, I feel good about that. I think I'm gonna actually take a safety. Who's their safety room right now?
I'm trying to remember that as well.
It is Mike Edwards, Taylor Rapp. Yeah, sign me up. I'm gonna take Jaden Hicks.
Oh, he's your safety one.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
dude, Tyler Newman, man. Hey, you weren't wrong about him athletically. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm not gonna say anything to that, except I was right. Pick 61, Detroit. We've already gone after a corner in nice old Kool-Aid McKinstry, round number 1. I think that interior offensive line is actually on the forefront of their mind. I think Mason McCormick is an absolute monster, and he fits. Like, tell me he's not a Dan Campbell guy.
Oh,
You'd be
absolutely.
lying.
They only got Zeitler for 1 year.
Exactly. He needs to develop for a year.
And even if he
plays
did,
center, if Ragnow retires, he can play center. This is as good of a move as you could probably ask for. That's a lie, but still, he's a good fit. I like that center guard versatility as well with Ragnow, being questionable for the future.
All right, Baltimore Ravens. We're playing for the future at this point.
Why would they give up like that?
They're not giving up. You're playing. You're playing for the future in terms you're investing in next year's draft. You're investing in the Broncos being complete cheeks and hoping to have a very high first round pick along with wherever you're going to be picking in the 20s or 30s. Currently at corner, I don't love their cornerback room. Brandon Stevens is nice, but I'd feel better if he wasn't my starting corner.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of interesting who they have slotted in guard with. Keep forgetting they have Voorhees, and then Ben Cleveland. They got that guy out of Oregon last year that was supposed to start over Josh Simpson, but then got hurt. So maybe they feel okay enough at the guard spot and want to address defense. They brought back Kyle Van Noy. Does that mean they're done on the edge? Probably not, but I feel like Chris Braswell was actually a pretty good pick here. I think I'm going to go with the edge. I'm going to go with Braswell. You
don't want to go with Christian Jones or Blake Fisher?
No.
Really?
No. I'd rather take those guys early day 3.
Wow. Okay. All right. Buccaneers. See, I could still end up just going Cooper Beebe here. I think that's what I'm going to do. We ended up getting Latu round 1. Get Cooper Beebe here. I'm happy with it.
Bye-bye, BB. So I took... Who did I take for the Chiefs?
You moved up for Brian Thomas. You don't have a 3rd or 4th round pick. You could trade down here.
I'm not going to. I'm going to have the last pick here. Haha.
Spencer Rattler.
All right, but seriously, Spencer Rattler, right? So they did losing corners. I feel like they'd want to replace, but I think they would want a man corner, and TJ Tampa's just not gonna be that.
Kyrie Jackson is though.
He is freaking long, dude.
Monster.
Freaking long. They brought back Mike Dana too, so it's like edge feels like less of a need.
Yeah.
Tackle can be in the cards, but I think they like Wanya Morris. You know
who I like on day 3? Jalen Sundle. I haven't seen enough of him to like.
The North Dakota State guy.
Dude, he's an interior offensive lineman. Freaking
dude, so with tackle experience.
That's so fun. Yeah, I know, but he's played practice, or was he at the Shrine, right?
Yeah, I think it was at the Shrine.
Yeah, he was doing center reps there.
He just feels like he's gonna be like a. Honestly, I think he might be like a. like Robert Hainsey light. Like, I don't think he's
Sure.
ever going to be a really good starter, but he is going to be like, you're going to be so thankful to have him and that versatility as a backup.
Right. By the way, guys, this is a Draft Bros stream, and there's an actual Draft Bros show that you should subscribe to.
What is there?
So yes, Broshmo and I end up being able to put content over there that we don't always get to put on our own shows because either it ruined the algorithm or sometimes we just want to talk our own like top fives, which we did in the offseason last year, but we're going to be a lot more consistent with it this year. We got to be able to make sure that, obviously with the amount of time that we invest, the time that we go into our own shows, we're giving up to be able to put over there. So make sure to build up a good following over there, like, comment, subscribe over there, do your thing. But we want to be able to make sure that, obviously this is actually being streamed over there right now as well. So you get to have all that plus exclusive content that you don't get to see on our own shows that we end up putting over there. So go check it out.
All right, I'm going to go with a punter. They just lost Townsend.
Are you serious? Would you actually think?
No, what I know. No, punters and kickers should be UDFAs. And I am sticking to that. I'm going to actually take Kyrie Jackson. The Chiefs, they love those guys with tools, length.
Yeah.
Like ability. I know he's a little older, but I think he's probably one of the more pro-ready guys on top of, maybe they see a little Josiah Williams in him or Joshua Williams, who they drafted a couple of years ago. Yeah. He's definitely probably going to get a shot to start. But, you lost Steed. You might as well take some shots at corner.
Right. So that's going to be it.
Golly.
We did it. Y'all get a free mock draft. It wasn't even in the title. Look at that.
I'm gonna go back and try to make timestamps for this.
I think you can auto-generate timestamps, and then you can edit it later.
You can auto-generate timestamps?
Yeah, I've had it happen before. This is just one question that I actually wanted to talk with you about earlier. Malik Neighbors went house shopping in LA. Do you think that's something that could be a little bit of a shift?
Kirk Cousins went house shopping in Atlanta and it ended up being a nothing. Oh. It could,
yeah.
But you're at pick 5. A lot can happen in between pick 1 and pick 5. So,
yeah, damn straight.
Dude, he's constantly mocked there if they don't trade. So,
that's true. It's true. And I think
who knows? Maybe it's for the Rams.
Oh my God. That just registered. Oh Lord. All right, dude. Let's send off these beautiful people as we had a very successful live stream. 3 hours, 20 minutes damn near. Jesus. But yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. We went at each other from the get-go.
I think it was that's good. Those are conversations that happen in war rooms,
Oh yeah. That's what makes our dynamic good, is because we don't have to worry about losing, never talking to each other again after going at each other for draft day.
I hate your guts.
And I hate yours too.
Yeah, but this is what area scouts do. They're going to pound the table for their guys and wanting to move up and stuff like that. These are the conversations that are going to be had. Do we move up? Is it worth it? Stuff like that. I'm going to ring the bell.
All right, ATL Jen Jones. Yes, of course. Thank you guys for being great, suffering with us. We love you guys.
Mucho gracias.
Muchos gracias. Much love. Thank you again, ATL Jones. You guys are great. Yes, brotherly love. All y'all. You got to do the outro.
Okay, yeah, because I'm a professional. Thank you so much. If you want more draft content, you could go to either of our channels. We're currently pushing out our own final prospect rankings for the 2024 NFL draft. So go ahead, check that out. If you want to be informed, you're not going to find 2 more informative people here on YouTube. That's right. I said it. There's a lot of good draft content out there, but not like this. Not like this. And on your way out, please hit that thumbs up. It takes nothing but a single click and it would mean the world to us. But as always, until next time, be easy, our friends. Later.
Later, yo.
Yo. Professional.